Top five.
Yeah, girl. You ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go, Looper.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Should I
red
have
leather,
a
yellow
Cheeto?
leather.
I'm gonna have one Cheeto.
Have a
That's
Cheeto.
all. I'm gonna have.
They
a
get
Cheeto
stuck in
too.
your teeth.
Can we all have a Cheeto at the
Yeah.
same time before we start?
Yeah. There's like
Des?
a
Yeah.
consistency.
Can you grab a
Yes.
a
Sorry.
Chester?
Jesus.
Oh, and we all.
A Chester.
Okay, cheers.
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 Cheers to
All right.
Cheetos.
Cheers to the Cheeto. You like that? You like that, listener? Huh?
I was choking. No one noticed.
Sponsor the show.
By like the fifth chew, you're like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was a bad idea.
My molars are
where
like,
did-
what? You
I'll
went to
have
the
another
dentist
one.
today. Yeah.
Me too.
Where did the crunch go? You know, after the fifth chew, it's like, where did the crunch go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing is,
Five chews,
that's
five
why
chew
they're
max.
addicting because you seek the first two
You
chews.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's
cocaine.
cocaine.
You're chasing the dragon. You're chasing.
Chasing the dragon.
Chasing the cheetah.
We've talked about it.
Chasing
We've
the
talked
cheetah.
about Chester Cheetah.
His cocaine.
Yeah, he's chopping up gorilla fingers of fucking.
I've never heard
I
that
was
expression
amazed.
before. Did you just make that up?
No, I heard it on an episode of Hollywood Handbook. I was like, that's the best. Chopping up a fat gorilla finger.
handbook.
Oh, that's so much cocaine.
You said handbook, right?
Hollywood Handbook.
Okay,
yes.
I heard
Okay.
handfuck. So it's
Hollywood Handbook. That's a great.
Something very different.
good
Something very different.
podcast. Good podcast.
Yeah, I was surprised that, I know that Chester made a brief appearance in the top 5 fictional cats. So,
Yes,
so
yes,
glad he didn't
I
make
think it was
on
an
the list.
honorable mention.
He
I
was
think.
an honorable
yeah.
mention.
Yeah.
I was in Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie didn't vote for him at all. So
No, I know.
No.
didn't care for him.
No one to blame but yourself.
Now can I ask you this as friends? Is Chewbacca a cat?
No! I was yelling again.
He's
I
a
was walking
Wookiee.
down the street going, no, Chewbacca's not
No
a
one
cat.
hashtag.
Des has not answered. Des?
No, he's a Wookiee. He has a species, and the
Yeah.
species is Wookiee.
Yeah, but that it's a galaxy far, far away. A Wookiee is a type of cat. It's just an advanced type of cat,
Right.
or a prehistoric type of cat.
I don't want to add any fuel to this stupid fire, but if you look at the early drawings, the Ralph McQuarrie drawings, there is something cat-like
Don't
about
step to
Chewbacca.
Jeff
Oh,
on this,
no,
Leslie.
Thank
Yeah.
you. McBride gets it.
No,
But
right.
he is
McBride
not a cat.
gets the theory.
Yeah.
We're starting. We're
prepared.
starting. We can't have this. Not.
Oh my god.
That's the Cheetos coming up. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ranked Top 5 Lists of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tung La, and we're back in the original Pod Cavern, the OG Pod Cavern.
What?
And we have quite the guest crew with us today. You might know them from Top 5 Food Mascots, but you want to be introduced last, I assume. Guest across from me, yes, he's wheezing. So, to my right, I was gonna bring up some brace joke, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. A comedy award winner, Desiree.
Hi. Hello. Thanks for having me back.
How do you feel to be a celebrity? Actually, we haven't had you on since you won an award.
That's true.
Pod Cavern listeners, we are now famous, adjacent. So,
Famous is not the word.
do you know last time we had the top 5 food mascots, someone literally said, "Hey, that Des person should have her own show." And I'm like, "But what did you think of the episode?" And they're like, "Oh, well, yeah,
Those are my
Des,
comments."
hilarious."
And then that person gave me a comedy award.
There you go.
No.
Oh, that's how it works. Des, who's the guest across from you?
The always lovely Geoff McBride, who
Geoff?
earlier today was jokingly referred to as my child.
What?
Yes.
Well, how is this?
We were buying booze, and I didn't get carded, which is fine. But then he was saying, like, oh, just making sure you're not buying booze for this young man over here. And Jeff's got like a baseball cap and his backpack. And he's wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and like, you were dressed like a child.
Jeff, you're so
I
youthful.
was.
Undeniably an adult
I am.
man.
Yeah.
Jeff, thank you so much for returning to the old Pod Cavern here.
My pleasure. It's great to be back here.
I am so happy to have you. Now, Jeff, even though you started the episode episode by saying some controversial statements about Chewbacca, and we won't get into
God.
it. Ugh,
It's not.
great.
It's law.
I don't like it. Can you introduce this very special guest beside you?
Well, since we are in the OG Pod Cavern, let me introduce LC.
Ranked. Rankin' Ryans, ranked. Rankin' Ryans, ranked. We are ranking Ryans. Pod Cavern, Rank Nation.
Have you never used that song before?
I've never used this song before.
That was perfect.
Wow.
That was
Congratulations.
It was
You know,
very
in
special.
the episode that we haven't released, there is you did an intro, and that song has never been shown to the light of the world. 'Cause
That's
we
true,
Never
yes.
released it. One day.
Oh,
One
that's
day.
right.
Yeah,
That's
but Leslie
right.
Cserepy's here. He has been lurking here since I've moved out. What? Yeah, you've been treating this place nice. I see. A little bit
Yeah,
different.
it definitely spruced the place.
Yes, possibly.
My favorite part is all the hooks that aren't hanging anymore.
Yeah, why is there blood
So
hanging from
many
the
hooks.
hooks?
Look, I'm spending a lot of money on set deck for the Pod Cavern.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Leslie, thank you for being here, and thanks for
It's my
doing a
pleasure.
twofer. You just did an improv punch-up.
I just did an improv punch up. I'm going strong.
Yeah.
Ready to rank some Ryans.
Oh, well, thanks for
And this is
ruining it.
your third podcast this week. Is this
This is
correct?
my third podcast
That's
this
great.
week.
Damn, in demand.
Professional podcaster, no money.
he winked at me like he wanted money from me.
Give me money.
Did
Well-
you get like $15 for improv once?
For once. Once
Yeah.
I got
I got
15
$10 once. It was really good. Well, Leslie kind of already spoiled the episode title and what we were going to talk about. I was racking my brain on this, saying, what do we this team here, this very special food mascots team that we don't have a name for yet.
By the way, I did want to come back to this.
Yeah.
You might know our guests from Top 5 Food.
You might. What do you mean? Yes.
That's how you know us.
Yeah. How else would they know people from
I
here?
guess, if they're just ranked listeners and they don't exactly.
Do you know we have listeners in Australia?
Is that true?
This is true.
Good day, mate.
Don't do that.
No.
Now they've just pressed
Sorry.
stop.
Come back.
Sorry.
I'll be honest, I think we have 4, but hey, those 4.
That's
Shout out to
fine.
you.
Four
you
people in
so
Australia.
much.
Hey.
Good day.
Good.
Yeah, I was racking my brain on what would be a good topic for this. Now, I was going to come in hot with a bunch of nice Ryan puns, but Geoff spoiled them all on our Facebook chat.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
They'll
they're
come
really
back.
good. And I was going to be like, oh, well, it's frying up some good topics. But you had like this Ryan Ginger whole gag
Oh, yeah.
and crying.
So good.
Yeah, crying.
Much
that's
better than what
strong.
Tom came up with.
Brian is a reach.
Frying is
I
Frying is a reach.
Dryan.
Yeah.
Spryan.
Ain't no Ryan, like denying, but with an R. I'm coming in fresh.
Yeah, you're coming in
I
fresh.
take back what I said. Des holds the
Des, aren't you a
trophy.
comedy award
It
winner?
was my first one. Hey, listen.
You won the award, doesn't matter.
One of 10 people who won an award. The other 9 did all the
People
work.
at home. Yeah, today we wanted to go back to our roots and rank a truly important topic that truly doesn't matter. And we came up with top 5 Ryans. Now, Des made a good point, and she wanted to do a different name, i.e. Chris, which maybe one day we'll do. Because after some thought, I was like, man, Ryans is a great topic. We all agreed.
Yep.
And then
Initially, I was
after
so
the first
excited.
30 seconds of research, I'm like, I know 3.
And it's the same 3 that we
Yeah, we all know that. So round 1
Who's
might
gonna
be,
get him?
might be a snooze.
gonna get
Might be a snooze round 1, but I think this would be a cool opportunity to talk about cock. Talk about
talk about cock.
talk about cock. And
Jeff, what kind of cock do you like?
Anywho,
and talk about some maybe some unknown Ryans.
Some deep dives.
Some deep dives. So today's episode, the ground rules, very important here. Obviously, first name Ryans, boom.
Yeah.
Second name Ryans. No, last name Ryans
Also
counts.
qualify.
We're doing that. We're gonna expand it a little bit. I'm saying fictional Ryans.
Yes. I
like
totally,
that too.
Totally counts.
Absolutely.
What else counts? I think now this is a stretch. I don't have any like this,
Don't
but
say it.
different spellings of Ryans definitely okay.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. Okay.
And
Why not?
you know, if you are creative in the way that somehow it has something to do with Ryan, I say go for it. I say go for it.
Someone from the County Ryan in Ireland.
I would count that. Now save it for the cast.
Okay, sorry. I made that up. I don't think that's a thing.
No, I don't think that. Any other nominations that we want to put
What
forth?
about Brian's?
No.
No.
Okay.
That right away, Brian does not count. That's not
And
creative.
no
Come on.
Chewbacca.
I've never heard anyone call it Chewbacca.
Oh no.
Oh boy, we just got started. We're gonna run out of steam real quick. All right, everyone. Any other ground rules we want?
No, I like those three. I think they're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, just like every other episode, we're gonna nominate 3 nominations each, make a master list of 12, whittle that down into a top 5 list, and rank them. So I'll go first, and like I said, round 1 it's gonna be a breeze. I just want to go ahead and name. I think right now, you know what? No, I'm gonna go with my initial favorite, Ryan, and I'm just gonna go with the Goss.
The Goss.
Sorry, who?
The Goss.
Ryan Gosling.
The Ling? The Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Baby Goose.
That's and no one's surprised. No one's being, ooh, you
you know
nominated
what?
Ryan Gosling.
If
Wow.
you just Google the name Ryan,
Is he the
it
first?
autofills to Gosling.
Is the first?
So Google is already firm on this.
So Ryan to me has had a fantastic career,
Mm-hmm.
coming up from the Mickey Mouse Club. And also he's been wait, who else is Mickey Mouse Club? Justin Timberlake, I
yeah,
think.
Christina Aguilera,
Bunch
Carrie
of people.
Russell,
Britney, I think.
Britney.
Brittany?
Britney,
A
yeah.
lot of people came out from that club. Now he also came from Breaker High, if anyone's remember that
Dude,
show.
I grew up on Breaker High.
You grew up,
Yes.
yeah, me too. And Ryan Gosling was everyone's like number one
He was
crush.
he was the funny.
He was
I
the
don't know
funny-
if he was the number one crush, but he was definitely every time he was on screen, the show got better.
But he was dating the most good looking girl on the ship, wasn't he? I thought that was the whole.
No,
Was he?
He
I
was
don't-
he was dating like the awkward, cute one. It was like a realistic relationship for teenagers to approach because there was like overtly pretty blonde girl who was dating scowly brunette man. I could.
I clearly don't remember the show, but it takes place on a boat.
Yeah,
so that's
and it
what
was
I-
Canadian, and it was funny.
On a boat.
On a boat, really fun show.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kind of disappeared for a long time.
No, he didn't.
Well,
After
he did.
Breaker
sorry,
High,
Young
he
Hercules.
did Young Hercules, and
So-
I had a Ryan Gosling problem during that show because it took all of his like goofy, awkward comedic skills, and then they added like 60 pounds of muscle onto him.
I don't know if they added that much muscle because I looked at pictures.
Oh.
He looks just like a toner Ryan Gosling.
In my
but-
brain, he was just like
He's
this
jacked.
yoked Ryan Gosling,
Yeah.
like just gallivanting around Australian countryside in
Yeah.
a mythological time. Like I can vividly still picture faces he made on the show. I love that. I was 16 probably, 14, 16-year-old
Yeah.
Desiree and 18-year-old Ryan Gosling. Like I have a
You had
deep
a
connection.
hashtag Ryan Gosling problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sirree.
And we all did. We all did.
And we still do because he came
On
back.
behalf of heterosexual white women who were in their teens at that time, we all had a Ryan Gosling problem.
And I have one with him right now because he's a big hit now. I feel
Yeah.
like
There are scores and scores of rank listeners out there. Like, yeah,
we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we get it.
Why
Hey,
are they
I want to name.
Sorry.
Hey, I want to name some quick things. I won't talk about these movies because they'll come up later. But I just want to name some big ones that I like. Drive,
drive.
Yes.
Vroom.
Notebook. You got really famous off. Whatever.
Flip. That was the Notebook.
Oh, okay. La La Land.
I don't know.
He was nominated for an Oscar for that, which is a reach. That is definitely
like-
not
yeah,
one of
I
his
like
best
that one.
Yeah,
performances.
because he's kind of like Ryan Gosling in everything, right?
I liked
like-
it. I
Plays
liked it.
He plays a good Ryan Gosling.
The boy can dance.
He can dance.
Blade Runner
if he wants
2049.
to.
Oh, that's right.
Good
Very
movie. Big Short. Mm-hmm. Nice Guys.
He's great in that.
Really funny and Nice Guys.
He's very funny.
And he will be appearing in that First Man movie that got Trump really mad.
Can't wait.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait too.
Space.
And anyways, we can talk more about him later.
Right.
Leslie, who's your first?
Oh, I didn't know I was going first. How
Yeah.
fancy.
No, first after tongue just went, dummy.
First after time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Always
It's
after
always
me.
clockwise, right?
I'm gonna go with a Ryan that I truly believe in, and I'm gonna go with Ryan Coogler.
Nice.
Ryan Coogler, one of the great
Damn it.
directors of our time.
Of our time so far.
Fruitvale Station.
Never seen it.
So good.
Creed.
Yes.
so,
Oh, so good.
good.
A little movie called Black Panther.
Like,
Never heard of it.
Wakanda Forever. man.
Oh,
yeah,
gotta
we're
give-
not forever.
Oh,
okay.
now
Now
I
I
get
get
it.
it,
Now I
yes.
get it.
And he's not just a director, right? Like, he was instrumental in how Creed was made.
That's right. Yeah, I believe he
was-
wrote the script.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's making
And-
Creed 2.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not.
Oh, wait,
but he
he's not?
handpicked.
Oh,
he
he
handpicked
handpicked
the
it?
director and he sort of jiggered around the writing because initially
He's
Creed
executive
2.
producer.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
the first listing was like Sylvester Stallone's going to write and direct, and then everybody went. But
No,
it turns
thank
out that is not true. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan like selected a young black director. Like they're
Nice.
definitely taking this very seriously.
Nice.
Yeah. And funny that you mentioned Michael B. Jordan. Each one of those movies,
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan.
And you gotta love that like
yeah,
energy there.
it's cool to see that.
It's like how Scorsese does that, right?
Right,
He always
right.
chooses the same kind of handpicked
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
Nolan does that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like with Cillian Murphy, I think. Like he's always in
Yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Nolan stuff. And-
yeah, and Tom Hardy, right?
Yeah, Tom Hardy for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean Bane?
Yeah, Ryan Coogler. I think
That's amazing. I can't believe he wasn't on my list.
I think his impact is going to be like as
And he's
as-
just getting started.
Exactly. That's 3 movies. That's 3.
I didn't even see that first one that you mentioned.
Fruitvale Station?
Fruitvale Station.
Oh,
I
you
should go see that.
Don't expect an action super movie
That's
though,
okay.
like the other two. that he
Creed was one of my favorite movies. Like, it's my favorite Rocky movie. But I said it.
But that's the cool thing
And
is that
it's
he
beautiful.
Yeah.
he can make the big blockbuster and action things, but he can also make a small movie like
quiet-
Fruitvale Station.
yeah.
And I believe his next film is also going to have Michael B. Jordan in it, and I think it's going to be a smaller
Yeah.
a smaller picture as well. So I think he's one to watch. I think an Oscar is
Well in his reach.
incoming.
Well, he would have got it
Absolutely.
until they pulled today the popular.
But he can. You know what? That whole popular
Des
Oscar
is
thing
hitting
is
Tom.
bullshit. Because Black Panther is good enough to be a Best Picture nom. Like they blew open Best Picture to 10 nominations for this reason, which is why
Exactly.
the popular nomination is such a stupid, like committee style
You're right,
decision.
Des. I shouldn't have
I'm
questioned
sorry,
you,
I hit
and
you.
I'm gonna. My
It's
arm's
hot.
gonna be scarred.
It's hot. I'm hitting.
It's
people.
okay. It's okay. Leslie, great nomination.
Yeah. That
Thank
was a
you,
good-
Tang.
Now, Geoff, I know you're gonna come in hot with some hot knowledge, so
Oh yeah,
lay it on us.
I love it.
Oh, okay. I was actually going to make the Ryan Coogler nom as
wow.
well. That was on my list. That actually
It was on
that
my
was
list,
my wife that came up with that one. But I'm going to go with a Ryan spelled a little differently, an R-I.
Yeah.
Ryan
Okay.
Craig Johnson, which is I knew who this was, but I didn't know. But he's a director as well, and of course we will know him from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Some of the finest episodes.
Oh, he
of
directed
Breaking
The
Bad.
best
Direct
episode
The Fly?
TV.
Yeah.
He directed
Yeah.
The Fly, and
That is my favorite episode of Breaking Bad. It's perfect
Yeah,
one
and
after
Ozymandias.
the-
Controversial, but yes, I like it.
I
too.
love it. I love it.
The standalone, like a really good standalone episode, and
Yes.
then also Ozymandias, which was the
Best episode TV ever.
Yeah,
I think he
so
won an
good.
Emmy for that
Ozymandias.
one.
Yeah, he's won a couple of he won Emmys or had nominations for I believe all 3 of the Breaking Bads that he directed. The other one was one called 51, which was an earlier episode, and then the other thing was he directed it was The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I know that's going to
did
be
he
a
also do
problem
Force
for someone.
Awakens?
No, he didn't.
No,
He
he
didn't.
didn't.
But he
Last
does
Jedi.
have his own trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He will have his own trilogy. I like Last Jedi personally,
Me
but
too.
I know a
Me
lot of people
too.
fucking
Yeah.
shit on it. And
Those
we've
people
all
are
seen
wrong.
the remake, The Last Jedi Twitter account, right?
No, why would I do that?
Okay. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's really because I follow him on Twitter, Ryan Johnson. There was and still there's a group of people who we can't tell. I still can't tell if they're a parody account. Sometimes I'm like, they're definitely a parody account, but they are so adamant on the way they post things. And basically, there are a group of people on Twitter who are raising money to remake The Last Jedi. And Ryan Johnson's like, please, just
Yeah,
do
do
it.
it.
Like,
Do it.
try
Great.
to do it. Like, whatever. And yeah, and every post they make is like just shitting on The Last Jedi and how they're going to raise all this money.
Sure.
They're like, we reached 50, I forget the number. I'm going to say 50 million. That could be wrong. Dollars in pledges. And the way you pledge is through a Google form, and you don't actually have to give money when you
Right.
pledge. So I can be like, I'm giving you $1 million, and that counts towards the pledge.
nice.
So, anyways,
Lunatics.
their pledge is huge.
Anyway, he
Anyways.
took that on, and the fun little fact I found out about him was he was also in Rogue One.
Yeah,
Oh.
incredible.
He has a little
Just
cameo
He's a dude.
Cool.
in
That's
as a Death
awesome.
Star operator, which is
love
pretty
that.
fun.
Also,
so.
the director of Looper,
Yes,
which is a cool
Looper.
sci-fi
And-
film,
Yeah.
and
Brick.
Brick, yes,
Yeah.
with the Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and one of my favorite movies of his, which I think is kind of underrated. I think it's flew under the radar. The Brothers Bloom. If you haven't seen The Brothers Bloom,
Oh, no, I haven't.
It's Adrian Brody and Mark Ruffalo, and they're two con artists who are brothers, and it's great. And it's actually, that movie is scored by his brother. And it's a great film score. If you like film scores, check out the Brothers Bloom score.
Top 5 film scores.
Look at that.
Actually, Jesus.
I
And he's also-
acknowledged
he's in-
the knowledge master, Geoff McBride.
I didn't. Sorry.
I love it.
He is a musician as well.
Oh my God.
Oh,
imagine-
nice.
I like this guy.
There we go.
Jeff, nope, Jeff got me. He got one last fact in, and he got me.
That's right. That's
nice,
right.
nice.
Also, Bruce Willis.
Ryan Johnson's a great pick.
Bruce Willis does not look like Joseph
They
Gordon-Levitt.
did their best with what they
They don't look
had.
anything like stupid Looper. Des.
Stupid.
It's a
Luke.
fine movie. I just don't believe that Bruce Willis is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I mean,
Yeah.
Slooper.
Slooper.
That's what all the outtakes are called.
Yeah.
Slooper.
And it's
Hi.
raunchy. Des.
So you boys have put me in a corner because I sort of came in knowing I would go last and assuming that some names would already be off my list, and now I'm like, oh. So I'm going to jump over the obvious one and trust someone else is going to pick that one up for me.
feel like I have to
and I'm going to go to a fictional last name, Ryan.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
I'm going to go so far as to call him the American James Bond. I'm going to say Jack Ryan.
Oh.
As created by Tom Clancy, books have been around for 40-some years, started being in movies in 1990, was played by Alec Baldwin, Harrison Ford, Ben Affleck, Chris Pine, and now John Krasinski in a TV show.
Heard it's good.
Yeah, apparently it's
Supposed to be
good.
really good.
So he is just one of those hyper-capable dudes. He's been the president, he's been the vice president, he's been the head of the CIA, he's been an accountant, he's been a bunch of different jobs.
Fry
he
cook.
always saves the fucking day. Yeah, he's dapper, but he's not slutty. Like James Bond has a tendency to dip it every time he does something, but this
He's
guy's
always dipping it, yeah.
Yeah, right. But this guy's, just doing his job with.
He's a family
skill.
man.
He's a family man. That's right. There's
He's
there's always family that's in the mix.
He's a former Marine, so
Former Marine, former Army. He's also been I don't know. He's done all the American check things that you have to
Yeah.
do to be considered a hero, other than lose a limb, which I'm sure he'll do.
So have you seen any of the Jack Ryan movies?
Yes, I have seen all of the Jack Ryan.
Except
movies.
the TV show.
Wow.
I haven't seen the TV show because the Amazon Prime. Isn't for me.
Ah.
I can only sustain so many platforms.
There's
But
so many platforms.
yeah, I think he is been around for so long. He's enduring. He's our James Bond. He's like the North American James Bond. They normally throw him into the same kind of white knuckle breakneck type situations. The books have been John Clancy's been dead for Tom Clancy's been dead for 4 years. I don't know. He's been dead
He's
for a while.
dead? Yeah,
They're
right.
still making the books. There's 4 different authors who have taken on the mantle to keep these books going. He's gonna be around for a long time.
Keep flogging the horse.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be different kinds of intrigue, but there'll always be intrigue. And I grew up, my dad was a big reader of those types of pulp books, so I read those books, and then I watched all the movies, and I didn't know initially that Alec Baldwin in Hunt for Red October was Jack Ryan. I was just like, that movie's dope. You've got Sean Connery, who is Welsh, playing a Russian submarine captain. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. But then once I realized it was the same guy, I was like, I'm kind of invested in this. It's like a Jason Bourne, but without all of the weird memory loss stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Moving on to round 2. Everyone seems to be skipping over the obvious, which is fine. I also don't want to know. Well, we have to at some point.
We've got our deep cuts that we like.
Deep cuts first, and then we'll loop around.
Yeah.
But not like Looper, because fuck Bruce Willis.
It wasn't his movie anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my next nomination. Again, skipping over the obvious. I want to nominate Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyways?
Oh.
What a great Ryan.
Yeah.
That's a great
Interesting.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Very niche Ryan.
Very niche Ryan, but improv, we all love it.
That's
we
right.
all love
my
it.
You're in the right place.
I can't believe I left him out.
Hey,
Why was he not?
Because
Anyway.
he doesn't appear on any
Yeah.
looking at
He
his
has,
his
no film
Wikipedia.
credits.
He very little film credits. He's done Whose Line Is It Anyways forever,
Yeah.
and the Drew Carey Show, which was
Which
great.
is
Yes.
15 years old.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and just a couple commercials. That's it. But the guy is obviously you've seen him in Whose Line Is It Anyways. If you haven't, it's a great show. Still, I think lots of short form fun.
Yeah.
But that guy's a comedy genius. He really is.
He's
just
so
a
quick.
funny guy.
He's so quick.
Quick, goes along with bits very well, and as the perfect a companion to Canadian actor Colin Mockery.
That's true. They're a nice little buddy.
They're the best
setup.
duo comedy for sure. Like they're so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
a
really know
great
what else to
pick.
say, but yeah, he's awesome, and he's
Great pick.
he's super tall.
And he's also he's like a regular
super tall.
human man. Like I don't want to go out there and be like, first of all, Jack Ryan is fictitious, but these other mega Ryans. Like,
Yeah.
this is Ryan. Like Ryan Stiles goes to the grocery store, wears Converse shoes. Like he strikes me as the type of person who I could be stuck with on a bus, and I would
so I
talk
mean-
to him. It
talk-
was,
Right.
He's not going to be like a
But
weird over the
I
top
was
Ryan.
looking it up. I forget what it is, but the guy is super tall, and I just want to
Sure.
keep mentioning like the guy is.
He reads tall. Yeah,
He reads tall.
He-
Several Whose Lines It Anyways episodes, they either talk about how tall he is or how big his shoes are.
Oh,
Guy has a big dick.
And you know-
so.
Well, yeah.
it's proportional.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Big shoes, big dick. We all know it.
we all know that.
Mathematical formula.
That's an algorithm right
So
there.
this episode we're talking about cocks a lot. So maybe we'll just reel it back. Reel it back. Leslie.
Ryan Stiles. Okay.
Well, tongue. Avoiding the obvious.
Doing why? This is
Someone
terrible.
should say it.
He's
but-
at home listening,
should
being
say
like,
it. Yeah,
"Why
yeah,
do
yeah.
they hate me so much?"
Because you don't deserve it. No. Yeah, maybe
It's
you
too
deserve it.
obvious.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go with a really hardworking Ryan, a Ryan that a lot of people know, and if you like the ocean, you like this Ryan because it's Ryan Seacrest.
Oh no, I don't like Ryan Seacrest.
Hardworking man,
He is he
television host,
Radio
host.
Yeah.
smarmy
Works.
television performance.
The
I-
Chester
Obviously,
Cheetah
he's very-
of
The
Ryan
number one
world.
Ryan.
He's like more boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, all right.
I think he's a good competent host, and there's
He is a good host.
there's not a lot of good competent hosts anymore. He's like a
It's interesting because he's a host who's not a comedian, and these
Is-
days,
yeah, right.
that's what we get.
that's exactly.
And I think
what we get.
that's what I'm missing is his ability to sustain anything other than like, and who are you wearing?
Right.
And how do you feel
Reading
about your
off a
chances tonight?
prompter and stuff like that.
You are
Yeah.
just like a paper bag with a face drawn on it.
But still, like he has a massive
I know.
career.
You can't deny the
You can't.
hustle.
You can't deny it. You can't. And like on his days off, he goes and does radio, like
Yeah.
because he likes doing it, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of radio. Like, what is it? American Idol is where he.
It's like he's panicked.
That was
brought
his
up
big
the- that was his
thing,
big
right?
break. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing anything, they'll forget who I am.
I'd watch a Seacrest game show.
Oh,
What would he host?
But that's what I mean. That's going to be his fate. He's going to be
He's-
game
yeah,
show, right?
Right,
That's-
game show. Or is he still doing American Idol?
is American Idol still?
I think it is. I think
He was embroiled in a
rebooted.
bit of a thing, though, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
so
was,
I'm
yeah.
just looking. That's why I was. That's why I was like,
He was
here we
accused-
go.
he was
He had an
accused of something.
accusation November
Oh.
2017, but according
He's
to
back at
this, there was not insufficient evidence to support the claim.
Sure.
Oh, that I did not know
Yeah.
before I.
That's
said-
okay, and that's okay, and that doesn't affect the work.
Right.
And
No,
we're
right,
mostly talking
Yeah, we're
about the work.
Yeah.
He's not going to make the list.
No.
It was a stupid pick.
No, it was a
It's-
stupid
it's-
pick because he's probably one of the top grossing Ryans when you
He's
add
a
up
top-
all of the
he's
stuff
a
that
top
he's
Ryan.
doing.
Hey, if this was top grossing Ryans, he might be.
Number 4.
Jeff.
Okay, I'm going to stay away from the obvious too. 'cause
Oh boy,
this
is
is
that,
fun. This is like a game off. This
This
is a
is
hot
fun.
potato,
Hey.
man.
Should we just not nominate him?
I know.
Then what he will call us
I feel,
personally.
I feel bad.
No, it's fine. He'll be number
But
12.
it's who's gonna break, right? Like it's becoming this.
I fell in love with all of my underdogs.
I'll see what you guys nominate next.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this is someone I just found, but I thought it would be of interest. This is a comic book artist by the name of Paul Ryan.
Wow.
Not Paul Ryan, the speaker.
Not Paul Ryan. No, not that Paul
Yeah, I
Ryan.
was going to say we should just ban.
No,
No, he's done.
that did come up. But because I think I avoided, I saw Paul Ryan and I was like, no, I don't want to have a look at what that. But anyway, he was a penciler, worked both at Marvel and DC, working
Nice.
on things like The Thing, Iron Man, something called Squadron Supreme, which I've never heard of. And
It's
also,
the best. Oh my God, that's Squad Supreme.
there's a movie coming out, is there?
Sure.
Yeah. And he also, well, all the big titles, so Thor. But one of his claim to fame is that he worked at both Marvel and DC. And he drew Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21, which was the wedding of Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Wow.
But then for some reason, he left Marvel, or was asked to leave Marvel, and went over to DC, where he drew the Superman wedding.
Oh my God. He's
Man
your
loves
guy?
weddings.
Yeah, well, and so he has...
Probably because he can draw women well.
I guess. So he worked on Superman, and so his claim to fame is the fact that he drew both these iconic superheroes.
And he worked on
wedding.
Thor, as you said.
He worked on Thor. He worked on Fantastic Four, and then he took on this project called The Phantom, which was a serialized comic strip.
Can I reveal some ignorance? What is a penciler?
Well, they before the inker, so they do the basic.
He's the guy who
drawing.
draws the stuff.
Draws a thing, and then
And
it's
then-
inker.
So
And
he's
then
like
inks.
in my dummy brain who only knows 3 comic words. He's the illustrator.
He's
whereas
the
Inker goes on
illustrator.
over.
Yeah,
So
and
that
then-
really is a big deal.
Yeah, and then people. So he draws. He works with the storyteller to
Right.
create the line of action sort of thing, and then
he's the guy who's, like,
colors and the
storyboarding the
pencils and the
work.
letters
Comes
come
later.
in.
Comics are hard
They
work.
are. Yeah,
It's a lot of work. Okay, Paul Ryan.
Yeah,
Paul
What's
Ryan.
up, Paul Ryan? Is he still alive?
No, he just actually passed away.
Rest in peace,
Oh,
Paul Ryan.
Yeah,
Look at this. Look at this.
yeah.
Nice little.
I like that guy.
I
I'm
like
showing
it.
a montage.
image.
I don't know what you call it.
Like your greatest
Collage.
A
hits.
collage. A collage. That's a good word
This
for
Paul Ryan, I like.
He has a nice
of all the different
face.
characters. Captain America there. Thor. Oh, he seems like an old school guy. He seems like kind of like maybe like he was a
First gen.
a golden era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Comic
he
guy.
was in I think it was in the 70s he started drawing. Sorry, my phone is taking me places I don't want to go.
Jeff, come back.
Close out, close out, close out.
Jeff, we said it's not a cock episode. So
Oh man, Tuong, you keep bringing it back to the cock.
I really can't. Maybe this is my fault.
I like it.
Yeah, so he started. He started early, but it was the 80s that was his heyday.
Cool.
The 80s,
I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That was a yeah.
Des, are you gonna do it?
No, man. Why should I?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I like this.
If you guys don't have to do it, I don't fucking
Fuck
have to
'em.
do it. Ladies
like
and gentlemen, submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, which Ryan
Where
Gosling
did
was
that
on 2
sack of
episodes.
powder come from?
Meg motherfucking Ryan.
Okay, thank you. I
Okay.
like that.
So
All right.
everything you've ever seen in a rom-com made after 1981 is secondary to Meg Ryan's work. She is the OG manic pixie dream girl. She is said in the same sentence as Tom Hanks all the time because they were in 3 movies that were all successful. One more as a cult successful movie, Joe versus the Volcano, and then Sleepless in Seattle, and then you've got Mal, which
They're
are
the
2 of
Kugler Jordan of rom-coms.
right? They're exactly like that. She's also been in When a Man Loves a Woman, Courage Under Fire, like 2 pretty intense dramatic performances for her. There's a quote that I like that I was like, you're right. No one can portray worry, kindness, irony, wit, and fragility like Meg Ryan. So she just is this sweet, open-faced woman who was really good at falling in love or being in turmoil. She hasn't been on screen for a long time, but her career
Which
is
is
still ongoing. She's
Fucked
directed.
up. That's
Yeah,
but, you know.
I bet fucking dollars to donuts that with this new rebirth of the rom-com that Netflix is undergoing right now, with all of their rom-com releases making crazy money and getting crazy views, that
And like
we
Crazy
see
Rich
her.
Asians and stuff. which
Yeah,
is a
these
rom-com,
movies
yeah.
are making money now. I bet she shows up. Like it would be stupid of her not to ride this wave and be like at least a mom or just a
Yeah.
rom-com character in a movie in the next 2 years.
Give
Her
a
and Hugh
Netflix
Grant.
movie.
Right?
That's
Why
Buco,
not?
Buco Dolores.
Exactly. I bet she comes back. She's like, you can't think about romantic comedies without thinking about Sleepless in Seattle or When Harry Met Sally, which was her very first role.
amazing movie.
She's and
Very first role.
or her,
That's
not her very first role. Sorry,
Well,
her very
her
first film
breakout-
role. Her
breakout-
breakout film
breakout role,
performance
yeah.
against Billy Crystal, who was already so
mean,
well established. She's
marvelous.
just she's
movie
good at what
was
she
marvelous.
does, and she hasn't done a lot recently, but I bet she comes back.
Wasn't Meg Ryan in the Amityville horror 3D movie that we watched?
Oh, maybe she was. I'm not
She
sure.
was.
Yeah.
I think she was.
That was
Like a
good. That was a good movie.
Hilarious
It was a fun
movie.
movie.
Funny, I don't have it on my list of credits here, but
I
Under
think
a
it's
different
there.
name.
She's there.
It was maybe it was a Meg Ryan type.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
Meg
it was a Meg
Ryan.
Ryan.
It's true.
I'm gonna look this over in big.
She's like a good nose scrunchy, head tilty,
Yeah.
sweet woman. who-
She's there, Jeff.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
got
look hard.
I think no, that was Goldie Hawn. Never mind. Goodbye. Forever.
Moving on.
different
Ooh, Goldie
energies.
Hawn. Goldie Hawn is a good Ryan. I'm gonna put that down.
It counts. I said creative ones count.
Different energies.
don't encourage him, Dung.
A Ryan energy counts.
A new world of possibilities, ranked nation.
Oh my God.
Round three. You guys are killing me here.
No, we're not. We're doing it right.
No, he has to be on this list.
Does he though?
I think so.
All right, well
Don't.
then you have to be
Don't.
the guy to do it.
I hate
Don't.
myself,
Don't.
but I do like him.
I know, I like him.
I don't know why we're all avoiding him because he's a perfectly nice guy.
He's the Voldemort of this.
It's just like
It's Ryan Smith, the famous blacksmith.
All right, I'll do it. You guys can have the creative ones.
That's fine. Thank you.
He just has to be said. 'Cause
Absolutely, he
can't-
does.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
I watched Deadpool 2 last night, and I was like, I'm still not bringing him up in the podcast.
Deadpool 2 is great.
It is
Deadpool 2
great.
is great. It's a
Really
great movie.
great.
I liked it better than Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds is the people's Ryan.
Yeah.
He's the people's Ryan.
He's just he's so he came up from like rom-coms too, right? Like a
Yeah.
lot of rom-coms.
well, rom-coms and teen gross out comedies, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Well, he started out on a sitcom, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, which was later.
He
turned-
was actually
and he's
on a
done-
YTV show.
and he's done teen stuff
Yep.
too. He's
Yeah.
from Vancouver. He's a good old boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's
great. He's
he's another
Canadian.
Canadian boy.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
Ryans are Canadian. One's just from fucking Cornwall.
Yeah.
No, I love that Ryan.
The guy Ryan's great.
He's
and
great.
Dude is handsome as fuck. The guy
great.
is ripped.
And
the guy
he's-
has acting chops.
He does.
He's
And-
good.
And he's so to just already get the like Ryan versus Ryan started, he is playing the game. Like he has hustle. He made Deadpool happen under his own steam. He took
It's
a huge
true.
kick in the balls after Green Lantern failed, and he still came back to try again with superheroes, which I bet studios were like, nah, man,
Yeah.
we
And
gave you
still
one of
can
these.
make fun
The
of it
guy-
Absolutely.
within this new role that's giving him this
And he's-
second win.
Well, the thing is,
Absolutely.
Ryan Reynolds already played Deadpool, a really failed version of Deadpool in X-Men
and he
Origins.
still made it work.
and then he
right.
did it again.
Yeah.
But like he is that character. The
That's
guy
it.
is he's quick.
And it's all him.
He's very
You
quick.
could not replace. It's not like it's like the Wolverine factor, where like nobody else can play Wolverine.
Talk about improv. I'd like to see him and Ryan Stiles do a little.
and he's
That'd be
funny,
fun.
and he's
Yeah,
funny on
he's
Twitter,
funny.
Yeah.
and he's plays the game too, insofar as like he's got an actress wife, and they go to the things, and they talk to the press, and they're charming. Whereas Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling maintains like a really low profile
Yeah.
off stage.
Just tries to
He
stays out of the
does what he
spotlight
needs to
after.
do, but then that's it. Like Ryan understands the work of the media, and he's often easy to engage, and I
Yeah.
respect that because that's the hustle,
You know what I
right?
really like is that he is
I'd go
the
camping
voice
with him.
actor of Detective Pikachu coming out soon, which he's literally playing Pikachu with a voice, and he has like this nice like gravelly voice as Pikachu.
Oh, he's doing a voice.
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
Is there a podcast
Pikachu.
that doesn't come back to Pokemon?
No, Jeff, you don't like Pokemon? What are you saying?
Dude, Jeff just fucking smoked you, man.
Yo, he was just beefing Chewbacca.
Roasted.
Oh, he wasn't. He
Chewbacca's
was.
a Pokemon.
He's a fucking Chewbacca.
It's like-
no.
He's one of the reject Pokemon.
Dude, why don't you do top 5 Pokemon?
He's
I already have it.
Pokemon
It's in my
scholar.
phone.
Squirtle.
in my phone.
Squirtle.
It's in my phone.
It's gonna happen.
Squirtle.
Jeff, you're gonna listen to that one. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Ryan
Wes.
Reynolds, man.
Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan
he's
Reynolds,
great.
yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
He had to be said.
Absolutely.
We would have to start the episode over if he wasn't
I
in this
know.
mention.
It's true.
But
Wes.
it's nice. We build it. I think he would appreciate the way that the tension was built about how he was introduced into the podcast, right?
Ryan,
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan,
no,
what do you
it's good.
think? Just email us at rank@podcavern.com. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, Ryan, come on.
Come on the show.
Come on the show.
You
your
can rank
Pikachu
whatever
voice.
you want.
We'll do the first 5-person ranked, and it'll be great. And, you can give everyone here acting roles, and
Right?
It'd be great.
it would be great.
It'd be
It's
great.
true. We can be your Michael B. Jordan to your
No.
Ryan Coogler.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Leslie.
I wish I had another beer to crack open. That would be so amazing if
I
I
know.
just. I'm gonna go with Private Ryan,
Which one? Which one? Weren't
the
there
one that
three?
needs saving.
Not the second one who just dies.
No, I'm gonna go with Private Ryan.
Okay, tell me about Private Ryan
Hey, he's a guy who needs saving.
and Tom Hanks. Was it Tom Hanks?
Yes.
Saves
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
Right.
I've never seen the movie, but I just think
It's a good movie.
I think
Plays
this
Private
guy.
Ryan.
I gotta look
Listen,
this up.
Isn't it Mike? Like it's
No,
Nathan Fillion or somebody actually plays it.
It's Matt Damon.
Oh, it's Matt Damon plays him, and Nathan Fillion's one of the brothers.
see, and I knew that, and I was
No.
just playing coy.
His brothers are dead.
I know, but you see
guys
them.
didn't. You...
But you see them die. Like in the movie, it's like this guy
Yeah.
died, and you see
Oh,
it.
okay.
And Nathan Fillion, I think, is one of the other dead
looking it
up.
Private Ryans.
Continue your point.
Anyway,
I think.
you would have said Private Ryan instead of Ryan Gosling.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of.
Or no, Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely, I would. I think there's a lot of Ryans here that are in positions of they're the hero often. You
Yeah.
know, we've got heroes of
It's Matt Matt Damon.
of screen
Meg Ryan.
and in comic books even, and of improv. We've got all these Ryans of directing. We have all Ryans of heroes, but every once in a while a Ryan needs saving. And I think
We're all a little Ryan sometimes.
Or shaving in some movies.
Right. Or shaving Ryan's privates.
Yes.
Right. That's the one.
yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cock
When you asked
joke. Yeah.
which Ryan, that's what I thought you were asking.
Oh, that's good.
The eye contact Jeff was making now makes so much sense.
Jeff's been sitting on that. He was just waiting to pull that out.
Yeah. So
No, all right.
so Private Ryan,
Private
you know,
Ryan.
and like also he's a private guy too. I'm sure he keeps to himself, keeps his chin down,
Yeah.
I don't think
keeps his nose clean.
He looks good in uniform.
You've
Yep.
never seen this movie at all.
Nope.
It's very long. It's 2 hours and 50 minutes.
It's jarring.
Yeah,
as well.
you saying that, not gonna watch it.
Yeah. I
But
mean, you
Tom
don't need-
Hanks.
There's so many.
No,
more
it's
movies.
pretty
deserves to be-
amazing. It's actually
It goes by?
Spielberg comes back and forth. Like sometimes he makes great
Yes,
movies.
yeah.
This is a great. Like
It is a great
the first
movie.
20 minutes of this are absolutely harrowing.
Yeah.
And it's an homage to war films.
Yeah,
like
it's
you can see
beautiful.
it. There's
Right.
films that he references back to the 1960s in war films that.
It was
I'm gonna watch it.
it's
I'll watch it.
Very
Amazing.
high quality, very expensive
Yeah.
war movie.
I promise. The next time we do a cast together, I will have watched Saving Private Ryan,
Really?
and I will give my hot take.
And you'll be like, oh, I'm sorry I made fun of it. War is scary. Yeah.
Jeff.
Okay.
Des is dancing. He's
I'm
cutting-
excited.
he's
I
cutting
like
it
Jeff's
around.
picks.
That's true. I like them too. I get excited.
Funny that. Oh crap!
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Just turn off Candy Crush, man.
No.
Come on, man.
Second here.
Tongue, what kind of cock do you like?
Well, I like ones with tails.
Bazinga.
I see what you did there.
Old fashioned.
Okay.
I'm so hot. It's like no matter how I sit, it's gross.
Yeah.
Like if I try to lean forward so my shirt hangs off my front parts, then my back
Gross.
is like my back is sweaty. And if
Yeah,
I sit up too
gross.
straight,
Yeah.
it's all gross.
Don't you like
Gross from the nose down.
Des, you're talking about how much you like wet butts. So.
What? No, I'm advocating in favor of wet butts as a method to cool yourself down on the cheap.
Okay.
And I didn't invent that. I wish I could remember who suggested that because I thought it was so genius.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ryan's Fancy.
Wow.
Deep.
Just when you thought all the Ryans were fucking picked, Geoff McBride comes in from left
Ryan's
field.
Fancy.
Now, Ryan's Fancy is
Oh my
a folk trio from. They originally met in.
They're from County Ryan.
No, they're
Oh,
actually. Well, they're Irish, but
that place I made up. Oh.
they met in Newfoundland, and then they moved to Toronto, and they ended up getting a show on CBC.
Oh, get out of town.
Yeah, so they were quite
man.
popular on CBC. They did folk tunes,
Sure.
and from Ireland and from Newfoundland,
Newfoundland.
and the Atlantic Canada, and so they had this popular show. Peter Zosky, we all remember Peter Zosky, right?
Oh man, the hours I would spend watching.
He called
Peter
them
Zosky.
the best Irish band in the world.
Hey.
But anyway,
Whoa.
so they were together. They had this TV show for a number of years. They produced 12 albums. They recently released a
That's a lot.
retrospective. So and some of the members of the band are still.
Do
playing
they? Is it
today.
mainly standards?
It is, yeah. It's things that
Do they
like
do
Isabai, which
Old Black Rum?
we listen there.
Ryan's Fancy? Is that what
Ryan's Fancy, yes.
Ryan's?
You know what?
Ryan's
Ryan's
Fancy.
fancy.
Ryan's Fancy.
Yes, and it's Dennis Ryan, last name
Oh,
Ryan,
shit.
Fergus O'Byrne, and Dermot O'Reilly.
Jeez.
Oh,
it's a
only
little
one
on the
Ryan
nose,
members.
you guys.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty
Yeah.
Irish names.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly. O'Shaughnessy.
North American's best Irish band.
Okay,
is-
cool. That's an
is
important little
Peter's
asterisk
Distinction.
there.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice tidbit.
they started in 1971, and they were on TV until 83.
What? The CBC will put anything on TV for 12 years. Holy shit.
They didn't have content back then.
Yow.
Give Des a TV show, please.
So yes,
things
this
to
is-
say.
Canadian Comedy Award winning.
That's true. That's all it takes.
Yep, and you can get their career retrospective. What a time! Ryan's Fancy, a 40-year collection featuring 42 songs on 2 CDs.
I'm
That's great.
gonna
$29.95.
Available.
Holy damn.
I'm gonna add that to my
Jeff, I don't even
iTunes.
know. So you'd heard of Ryan's Fancy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, what searches were you doing? Because that never came up on any of
I've
my
never,
stuff.
yeah. That's great. I
Never
love
Ryan's
that.
Fancy.
No, I remember. I do remember. They were staple. I was a kid who grew up in a house that listened to CBC, and
Yeah.
from Ryan's Fancy they were on Zosky, and they were on all the shows. So,
Love it.
but there
That's
you go.
awesome.
Ryan's Fancy.
Love it.
At intermission, we should listen to Ryan's Fancy.
Definitely. Des, bring us
Des,
home.
is this my last pick?
Last pick?
Oh, no. See, I have one. I'll leave it for honorable mentions because I have one that I really also want to jump on, but I don't think he counts as a good Ryan. He's more of a bad Ryan.
Oh.
I know.
A bad boy Ryan?
Spoiler. I'm going to go in for another behind-the-scenes guy, Mr. Ryan Murphy. So he is the guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Ryan Murphy is the guy who first came to prominence because he was the mind and director behind Glee. Which we all sort of roll our eyes at now, but in the moment when Glee came out, it was a big
it was
fucking
huge.
deal.
I watched it every week.
I have 2 Glee Christmas albums, and I'm an adult woman.
We have it at home, too.
So that speaks to something.
Hey, they're good albums.
That was his idea. He pitched the story. It was sort of a crazy thing in the moment to do, and then it took off like crazy. And then since then, before Glee, he did Nip Tuck, but since then he's done all the American Horror Stories, American Crime Story, so the O.J. Simpson story and the assassination of Gianni
I heard it's
Versace,
really good,
which
yeah.
are both like just give him all the Emmys. Feud, which is another big deal one with ladies in it who I can't think of. He directed Eat, Pray, Love. He directed The Normal Heart, which also won an Emmy.
Wow.
So yeah, he's won 4 Emmys. 3 are pending for the assassination of Gianni Versace. What I like about him is he is lifting up stories that are primarily about women. So a lot of the American Horror Stories have female characters in them. Glee was more of a female-driven show. Or gay men. So the assassination of Gianni Versace is a story about a serial murderer. Gianni Versace was his final murder. And he also Pose, I believe, is a movie he's doing, is a television show he's doing now, which is about ballroom culture and sort of gay transgendered arcs within that as well. And he's casting gay and transgendered people. Transgendered. I just leaving the G out of that word. It's too many letters. So he's actually he's having sort of a movement within his career where he's reflecting different stories that he wants to see done, and he's doing them exceptionally well.
Yeah.
I mean, the O.J. Simpson crime story was just
it's really good.
spectacular.
Yeah.
It's like 8 movies, individual movies. The performances are great. He actually didn't have as much to do hands-on with that. I don't think he directed or wrote it, but he fully produced it and he put the people in the places, which I think speaks to his professionalism. Like he himself has proven that he can direct and he can do all this stuff, but for this story particularly, he's like, this is a different tone. I want to make sure this is well reflected. So I'm going to put these guys in the places, but he is the person behind it.
Fascinating.
Man.
These Ryans.
They're
this is
behind the script. They're behind the scenes.
This
and
is
they're in front of the scenes. and they're-
honestly, this is an unexpected list. I love it. I love what we
Yeah.
got right now. Let's take a break, yeah?
Yeah.
Listen to Ryan's Fancy. Eat some Cheetos, perhaps. and sit on some wet butts. We're back.
Top five.
I don't
TV, guys.
Right.
Just too much.
Who drew the dicks? Who drew the dicks?
Back to cock.
Back to Cox.
Full
We're
circle.
back to cock.
That's what I'm
It's-
here for.
Cockle doodle No.
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 Dude.
Full.
Something
no.
with
You want to try
Ryan?
it again? I'm going to give you one more shot. Here we go.
Okay. No, cock.
Thanks, Bane.
Yes. Cock, Batman.
That was Bane's parrot.
I got it. But you guys ready? Should we start this? It is hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Can't believe in the break Nelly stopped by.
I know.
Hot
It's
in.
crazy. He's still rocking that song.
Fun fact, Nellie's real name is Ryan.
Oh.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Des.
Guys, you're killing us. Hello, everyone. We're back. We're steaming hot.
Oh, man.
We're eating our Cheetos. We're hydrating with beer. And, that's fine. That's okay.
Oh, and I gave blood today, so it's like really going to my head.
Nice.
Jeff, I've been noticing you're swaying a bit. Do you want to go to the hospital? I don't.
I'm fine.
Leslie's toilet sounds like a foghorn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got a foghorn toilet going on in the pod cavern. It's great.
Yeah.
When you flush and the water refills, that's the sound it makes.
Yeah.
You just beat.
For about 40
Congratulations.
for a good 40 seconds.
I love the new
Like-
plumbing in the podcast. It's so good. Guys, we're back, and we're going to be ranking, our Ryans. So here we go. We have Ryan Gosling, we have Ryan Coogler, Ryan Johnson, Jack Ryan,
Sure.
Ryan Stiles,
Okay.
Ryan Seacrest,
Yeah.
Paul Ryan from the comics. I have to specify.
Yeah, that's important.
Meg Ryan, Ryan Reynolds, Saving Private Ryan, Ryan's Fancy, and Ryan Murphy.
Okay.
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 All right.
all right. Just like every other episode, we're gonna feel it out. We're gonna start the ones that we want to have further discussion about, and leave the rest in the wind.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about it. Do the two Ryans make or stars? At least we star them and talk
I
about them later.
think if you polled the public zeitgeist, Ryan's Gosling and Reynolds would be number 1 and 2 every goddamn time.
Yeah.
Let's start them, and we don't need to talk about them right now.
Yeah, I think
'cause,
it's an easy alley-oop.
It's not worth talking about now.
No.
We will anger people if we don't talk
It's
about them.
true.
But let's talk about some of the fun Ryans that we have on this list here. What do you guys think?
I
I like Coogler a lot.
like Coogler a lot, man. I like Coogler a lot. I'm excited about projects that come from him. Like, he has
Yeah.
earned my trust in 3 movies, which is bananas.
In 2 movies for me.
Yeah, that's true, because you haven't even seen Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
Right.
He's solid.
He's good. And he
solid.
seems to really understand those characters. You know, I haven't seen the Fruitvale whatever, but like at least Creed, Rocky has
Yeah.
such a they have beloved characters ish, right? You know, like Rocky is at least, and he did good by them, right?
Absolutely, he did. So the story behind why Ryan Coogler got attached to Creed and why Creed is even a project is because he grew up with his father watching all the Rocky movies. This was like the thing that they did together. And so for him, as a young black man growing up, Apollo Creed was a huge deal.
Right,
So
right,
then,
right.
as soon as he had the opportunity to do so, he spoke to Sylvester Stallone, and they made this project, and it's like an homage to his dad, which is also just hits you in the feels. And he's doing it for the right reasons. He's elevating the black story, like the black person story, in a series of movies that have just been about like a white Italian guy who throws punches.
And Rocky himself becomes such a better character in this movie.
Exactly.
Like he's such a
It
gives
him something to do.
lovable idiot
Yeah.
in like the first Rocky, right? But in this one, he's so much wiser and he can speak better. You know, like he's
Yeah.
better.
Exactly. He's so much more useful as a side character than he is as like the
He
protagonist.
is inspiring the next generation of actors of color.
Yeah.
And it's like just with Black Panther alone, like
Absolutely.
set off like I mean,
Yeah.
look at the box office.
Yeah.
I mean, like
insane.
people were going nuts for that movie.
Wakanda
and-
forever.
Wakanda forever, man.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
Well, and it's interesting too. We have
directing.
we have 2 Ryans on the list who subvert the
Exactly.
comic book idea, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they
The status
or well,
quo
maybe
of it
3
all.
even.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess our penciler is stuck in the golden age, but
Yeah.
like you have those 2 Ryans who are what we talked about, what happened with Deadpool, right? Like
Yeah.
I believe in this project, I can
It's
be this
my
character
project.
if
Yeah.
I can make it work.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Black Panther was like I'm late to the Marvel franchise, but I'm catching up on it.
Yeah.
And you can sort of you sit through the movies and you go, okay, this is the part where they're going to talk about their family, you know. But
Yeah.
and there were things I had no idea what was happening in Black Panther, and I did not see the twist at the end. And
Yeah.
Right.
you know, like it was a really well made and well thought out film, and they did a great job at it.
And he does such a good service to the women in his movies as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
Which is,
Yeah.
Like you see directors of color who have been fighting so long to make a movie, and you think like, how many things is he going to take on at one time? And he does such a great job giving strength and depth to characters who otherwise would be like the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Especially in Creed with Tessa Thompson's character, like she was
Yes.
just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Every time she was on screen, I was like, whoa, she's so cool.
Tessa Thompson is cool.
She had I
Yeah,
know.
she's so fucking
But this was before everybody knew she was cool. This
Yeah.
is early days
For
for
sure,
her in
sure.
feature films, and he saw it in her.
Yeah.
It
Like,
just it
I love
speaks to a
that-
point where he's creating out of a passion and
Yeah.
out of a true story to tell. It's really good art.
Yeah.
For sure.
So fuck you for thinking. I can't believe I'm disappointed in the internet.
Les, fuck
I'm
you.
disappointed in the internet.
It's hard to find Ryans. There's a couple of Ryans that
Honestly, some Ryans didn't make the list, and I'm
I
surprised. So Kugler, obviously, we're starting.
I like
we
Ryan
can talk more
Coogler.
about him.
I want to maybe like what's the word I'm looking for? Like drop down menu under Ryan Coogler because I don't think he should be in the top 5, but he's doing a similar thing, which is Ryan Murphy representing gay stories, LGBTQ stories, and interesting female stories as well. But he's doing it on a smaller screen. It's reaching less people. I think Black Panther is so powerful because it was a mega MCU movie that everybody saw, whereas like Pose or Feud, it's not going to see as many eyeballs. But he's still doing interesting work, smaller stories which have less overall appeal, but he's doing it with such power and such passion
And built
that you
an
can't,
empire
and he
off
built
of
an
it.
empire, and you can't deny that it's good storytelling and it's interesting to watch.
I like this Ryan behind the scenes kind of guy.
Yeah, man, they're good behind the camera.
He's good.
They're
but
good in front of the camera too, but that's too easy.
some of the other ones here,
I know. I don't think Ryan has the punch power, but
no.
I think he sort of offshoots.
I like
Coogler
It's a
nicely.
great pick.
It's a
though.
great pick.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
But there's some Ryans that can we talk about the one female Ryan in the
Yes,
in the
we
list
should.
here?
Yes, we should.
Because there was another female Ryan I was gonna say, but I had to
Honorable
say
mentions.
the Deadpool here. But yeah, let's talk about Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. So I am a woman in her 30s who grew up watching Meg Ryan be a woman in her 30s. I was in my late teens and 20s while she was being that character, and she was so refreshing to watch. At the time, the expression manic pixie dream girl hadn't been established as like a trope. So she was just a multidimensional character who had spunk. And, you know, at the time, these cliches hadn't been really declared yet. So that she was a book owner or that she was like a fierce feminist character, these things hadn't been tropes yet. They were just characters that she could embody really well. And she was so relatable and adorable. And she held the screen with Tom Hanks, and you never noticed that there was any power disparity. She was powerful in her stuff. Like Sleepless in Seattle has so many iconic moments. She just really was the first lady of rom-coms for so long. And if it wasn't for the fact that Hollywood is a total D-bag to women, I feel like maybe she would have had a bit more mileage in her filmography.
I think you're right,
now we
though.
see a
I
big
think
gap.
there's room for a resurgence of Meg
Absolutely.
Ryan's career, and
I feel like Nancy Myers has got to get on this
and
shit.
also
come on, Nancy.
and not just in rom-coms.
No.
Like I feel like
No.
I feel like if you can realistically portray falling in love with someone, which is maybe one of the hardest things you can
Yes.
do as an actor,
Yeah.
then you can basically
Do
do
anything.
anything. And
And she's tried to stretch. Like she did movies about war. She did movies about sports. She
Yeah.
did a bunch of different deeper stuff. And she's had a career for longer than Ryan Gosling has been alive.
Right.
So that's the thing too. There's longevity. We talk about these two Ryans that are like undeniably number 1 and 2, which is me quoting myself
Yeah, I
with a
was like-
shitty accent. But who knows where these guys are in 5 years? Like they might be nothing. And we're
I
still
like her.
talking about Meg Ryan. It's been 30 years.
I like her. I've only really seen her in like one.
You should
Two
see her in
things.
more
Well,
things.
and you think about like
Dad, stop
not
hitting
only
me.
That was with my words. I hit him with my words. It was more domestic.
you go to that corner, you go to that
All
corner.
right, fine, okay.
Oh
well.
my God! Don't put me in a corner.
I was just going to say, like, it's not only Tom Hanks because Courage Under Fire, that was Denzel Washington, right?
That's right.
And I
She's
mean,
had big. She was in one with Al Pacino, I believe,
yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal. She's held her own against some big names, and in some of those movies, she was the big name. She was in with Russell Crowe with Proof of Life. She wasn't a nobody in her time.
She's
We've
starred.
just been
We'll
removed
star
from
her.
her. Yeah, let's star her.
What else? What do we want here?
I would like to see. I like Jack Ryan. I mean, in hindsight, now I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have done Fictional Ryans because we came in with all these nice deep cut Ryans.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There's not that many fictional Ryans. I did the digging. There's not many.
So
there's
I like.
not. There really.
I
is,
like,
yeah.
and they're like nobody character, like they're
And
nothing
they're like,
guys,
whatever.
they're nothing people,
Yeah, it's
I'm
always like
surprised that Ryan from The Office didn't make it.
because he's a nothing Ryan.
I know,
He's
right.
just like a
He's
nobody
such
person. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
He
What
was-
I like about Jack Ryan is he, other than Jason Bourne, like I think he's our James Bond. But I mentioned this earlier when I was looking into the box office run because I remember these movies as being big deal movies. It's only like the 57th most successful franchise. 50?
Only the 57th.
Like how many franchises are
There's a lot of franchises.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
His
Like in the last 5 years, I feel like it's been
They call it the Ryan verse
the right. Yeah, it's a verse.
for Jack Ryan.
It's
so.
a verse. So it is an established thing, and I feel like now that there's a TV show going, if anything else, it sort of puts a button on the fact that this guy is part of the overall culture of espionage
Right.
as told in stories.
Right. I'll star him. I don't know enough. Like I've seen like a few
know.
movies, but I don't have a
He
super
doesn't.
attachment.
He doesn't have the reach of a James Bond.
No.
He doesn't have
No, he
the
doesn't.
legacy
And-
of a James
and I think
Bond.
there's
No.
some. I mean, politically, he's a little problematic.
Oh, for
when
sure.
When you think of where, I mean, you know where Clancy's sympathies lie.
Yes.
And that
He's
sort
the
of
real
thing.
American hero,
Oh, yeah.
which is sort of gross.
Yeah. And I mean, I've read a bunch of the books and saw a bunch of
Oh, I
movies. I
know.
quite enjoyed it, but yeah. So politically,
Yeah.
Elizabeth, that's where my hesitation comes
Your hesitation.
from. Saying
I want to see his portrayal because everyone keeps talking about the new Amazon series, and none
Yeah.
of us have watched it. But apparently,
No.
it's really good. It's the best that Jack Ryan.
maybe it's the
so.
opposite of the gritty
Yeah.
reboot, and it's the liberal reboot.
Perhaps,
So
yeah.
like
Maybe.
That's what it
Right,
is.
he
right,
goes
right,
into
right.
social housing and
Hard to
fixes
say.
plumbing.
Oh,
Perhaps
that'd
we
be
could get him
nice.
here to deal with the pod cavern.
He does a filibuster for Planned Parenthood.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
This episode brought to you by Fog Toilets. Let's see. Ryan Johnson, thoughts? He pops out to my him and
I
Styles.
really like Ryan Johnson. I like his filmography. Yeah, I don't know if he has like he has the career of a.
He's
think
early days too.
he's early
He
days
is,
too.
yeah.
He's early days
He's
too.
really
I
just
like
like
how his name
5-6
is spelled
years.
different.
I think
Yes,
his
R.I..
next movie just got announced. I think it's like it's something with Daniel Craig. It's like maybe
Oh.
a spy thing with.
I trust him.
It can't be a spy thing. It's a murder mystery or something. It's like a
Okay.
genre piece with Daniel Craig is going to be his next movie. I think Ryan Johnson is going. It's not a matter of.
It's a consistent thing.
If he's going to get an Oscar, I think it's when
It's- yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to get an Oscar as well,
very smart.
along with Ryan
Pretty
Coogler.
commercial.
People at home, Last Jedi is not bad. Like
It's not bad.
It isn't bad at
Get
all.
out, like,
All right. Everybody who's got their fucking panties in a twist about Last Jedi are old white dudes who hate the fact that women can be Jedi. They hate the fact that people of color can be important in the Star Wars universe. It's very obvious to me who these cranks are. So that makes their opinions totally irrelevant to me.
I'm gonna send you guys
Because
that.
they came for Rogue One the
Yeah.
same way. It was
Rogue
like,
One's
what do
the
you
best
mean
one.
there isn't like a single white dude who's actually like a protagonist in that movie? It's like, yeah, because there's people. There's like different kinds of people.
I'm gonna send you guys that remake The Last Jedi Twitter.
Sure.
You guys will love it. You'll love
And
it.
you know what? Good for
So many
people
angry
finding a
white people.
community and trying to rally to make more varied art, blah, de, blah, de, blah.
Yeah.
But Last Jedi was fine.
It was good.
Just
It was
chill
fine,
out.
Okay. What about Styles?
I love
the
it.
Ryan
I'm
Styles.
so
I
I'm so
love
ashamed.
The Ryan Styles pick. Yeah, I
ashamed.
can't believe Google failed me on
Yeah.
that one because
Yeah.
Ryan
I
Styles
even
would have
Googled it.
been
That
like
was
I'm
top of the head, guys. That's top
so
of the head.
ashamed.
You don't
I
think
was a
his
big-
reach
the-
is too small?
The Drew Carey show is pretty spectacular. Like going
It
back and
is.
looking
Yeah.
at
Right.
just
Yeah.
those dumb idiots.
So fun.
Making their way through the world was amazing, and he
There were some
and
good
Colin
people in
Mockery are an amazing improv team.
for me it's not a matter of reach. It's a matter of just the body of work and what he kind of represents in that he just spreads joy to people wherever
He
he
does.
goes. He literally he's just the big funny guy.
Guys got style.
For all intents and purposes,
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good
No.
things. Like nicest man ever.
Yeah.
I wrote a thing here. I just Googled him a little bit, and he's a frequent fundraiser for children who have been burnt.
Yeah,
He's
like-
playing the card. Tongue's playing the
He's-
cards.
he's-
So here you go.
That's fine.
Over $500,000. He helped fundraise. He founded this foundation, in fact. So there you go.
So yeah,
Bam.
for children victims of burns. So
love the
so
Ryan
like the
Styles
two big bullets associated with Ryan Styles is he's very, very funny. He's very, very kind. It's hard not to like that guy.
And I always love like the Who's Line like outtakes where he's just like he's clearly saying stuff that's not gonna be
Right. It's not gonna
cleared by
make
the
it on the
censors and
TV.
stuff like that. Like he's just he wants to entertain the audience
He's
that
good.
he's performing in front of. He's a natural a true showman.
That's true. So let's say I've never seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? How do you explain this guy to me?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good.
I would talk about how tall he is.
This really tall Seattle comedian.
No,
He's funny. But like all the other names on this list so far have
Well,
been like
it's not-
multi
but it's not most
blockbuster
recognized,
dudes.
right?
I don't think.
Right.
I think.
Best. All right.
I think once when you said, that guy from Who's Line or that guy from Drew Carey, they would figure it out. You know
Sure.
what I
If you
mean?
grew
But
up in that era, but still, it's
yeah.
like Yeah, the guy's a comedy genius.
Yeah.
He's
Comedy
Yeah,
genius.
how many,
He
how
should
many,
get an award.
He should.
How many
Listen-
careers has he
Well,
influenced?
he should campaign for one.
How many young comedy careers has he influenced who have gone on to do great things? Who knows?
That is an impossible
We-
thing to qualify.
personally-
We don't know.
don't
But
know.
I mean,
Alright.
I certainly grew up watching him.
So yeah,
and
this
have been
generation
inspired
of
by him.
comedians in the last let's say 20 years or so, and even now because Whose Line is back, maybe not in the same fervor that it's had in the past.
Right.
I haven't seen any of the new episodes. Apparently they're
Right.
fine.
Good word, Tongue.
Thank
Fervor.
you. Thank you. Word of the day, calendar. Yeah, I would say yes. He's inspired probably millions of comedians around the world because the Whose Line Is It Anyways was one of the hottest shows back in the day. So many seasons they had.
He's a top 5 Ryan.
Could be.
Could be.
At least
I-
starred for consideration.
At least
Yeah.
for consideration.
At least starred for consideration. Because I don't know like who else on this
I don't
list.
think he would go high, but
No, but he's cool.
Who else
got
on this
style.
list? Yeah, I guess
so I guess we're
I would
not saving Private Ryan. I
Seacrest?
guess.
Can I say what we
Private Ryan.
can I say what we have starred?
Leslie,
That's the
you have
second
to
time.
see the
That is the second
frickin'
time a
movie.
Saving Private Ryan joke has flown over your head, Des, and I'm very disappointed.
Hey, listen, we're all doing the best we can.
I give up on Seacrest. I
Which
wouldn't put
which
Seacrest on
is
this list.
again, if so, my argument was like, let's say I ask you who's Ryan Stiles, and I've never seen Whose Line Is It Anyway. It's hard. Whereas Ryan Seacrest, you're like, okay, have you heard of American Idol? Have you heard of AT Top 40? Because he does that. Have you heard about
Right.
this podcast? Have you ever watched a red carpet for any award show ever?
No,
this
but
man
people
is
should
ever
go
present.
out and find Ryan Stiles if they don't know him.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. If it's the choice between watching Ryan Stiles on TV and
No, I
watching
know. I dislike Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan
I don't
Seacrest.
want him to be in the top 5. But even I'm saying his overall general presence, the hustle, right? Which is
Right.
something that is recognized.
which is I can respect.
I can respect the hustle.
Like this man works. He puts in hours. I think he is like just a gelatinous person with no personality, and I don't like him as a person. But I feel as though, like pop culture wise, Ryan Seacrest is going to be in fucking board games, whereas Ryan Stiles
Should be in board games.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine.
He will be the winning answer in a board game. Ryan Seacrest is going to be the gimme. No, but
Rank
I
Nation,
think as
I'm
a-
right? I'm right.
I don't know.
No,
Right.
no.
Ryan Seacrest is part of like pop culture in the last 10 years. Ryan Stiles.
But is that
isn't.
what? Are we ranking that though? Or
I don't want Ryan Seacrest in the top 5, but I'm saying if Ryan Seacrest doesn't make it into the top 5, neither should Ryan Stiles. End of sentence.
Wow.
Oh.
She should get her own show.
The person is gonna come
You
to me.
wanted me to come back.
The
It'll
person,
be called End of Sentence with Des.
the person from work's gonna come back and be like,
interrupt people and
they're gonna
just,
be like,
that's like every
Des was
podcast.
a lot angry on this episode. Oh my god, she kept punching people and talking about.
I
dicks.
hit tongue one time and I apologized for it.
And you hurt me with your words.
It's true, and I refuse to be put in a time.
All right, so what we have starred, and we can continue and stoke the fires under Des some more. But we have Gosling, Stiles, Reynolds, Kugler, Jack Ryan, Meg Ryan. That's 6. We have 6. I don't think any of the other ones are making it. Did we
No.
even we didn't even listen to Ryan's Fancy on our break. We said we would.
No, that
We'll
I'm,
close with it.
We'll close with it.
I'm thinking it was just fun.
It
was
was
It
fun.
was just kind of fun.
Actually, I
I
have
mean, do you
a
have any other musical Ryans?
No.
I have a
Ryan
track
Adams
list.
I
is a
look
guy.
for I'm not.
Me
can-
neither.
yeah. Okay.
Some of the songs of the I'll do the starred songs on Apple Music of
Sweet.
Ryan's Fancy.
Ryan's
Ryan's
Fancy.
Ryan's.
Ryan's
I can't
Fancy.
speak. I literally cannot speak.
Too many podcasts for you.
That's right.
Probably because Des punched you in the mouth.
Go to sea no more. You can hear that. How about the cliffs of Bacalhau?
You mispronounced that.
The
That was
Ryan.
in The Last
Look at
Jedi.
this. Look at this. Listen to this track title: The Ryans and the Pitmans.
Oh, shit.
What are
I
they
bet that's
fighting
a-
about?
That's a diss track.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
This is MGK.
Oh, I love this one. I love this one. The Squid Jiggin' Ground.
Oh yeah.
What?
The Squid
jigging.
Jiggin' Ground.
I like
What is squid jigging?
Squid jigging is going out and fishing for squid.
There you
For
go.
real?
Yeah.
squid jigging.
Why would you fish for squid? They're nasty, awful creatures.
Would you fish for squid? Wouldn't it just be called squidding?
And the squid,
Squid jigging.
but you wouldn't do that on ground.
No.
There's some
No, it's
narrative
what you do
issues.
to the line.
Shallow water, maybe.
The squid jigging ground.
There has to be a dance move called the squid jig. Like it has to be.
We'll make it.
We'll look at.
We'll make it by the end of this.
Fascinating.
Piss in SpongeBob.
No, I love everything you think of, Geoff. I'm forever charmed by your brain, so I'm so happy that Ryan's Fancy is on this list. But
Yeah,
I feel
no,
as
I
though
can let them
we
go.
all know that it's
I like all of
yeah, right.
like the Paul Ryan from comics seems like a really legit dude.
Yeah.
Like from
Yeah.
everything he's done.
And if you talk about reach, like if he's the guy who's drawing these comics, like holy shit.
Right.
I know these faces in my mind and I didn't even know his name,
Well,
which is a damn
I
shame.
know.
It's like when you think about the people who write the scores of movies.
Well,
Like, I don't even know
yeah.
the guy whose idea, like the guy who designed the sound that a T-Rex makes. Like that was a guy in a studio. Nobody knows his
That's
name.
right, yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
knows Paul Ryan, and he's the guy who drew the weddings. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Bigger than Ryan Styles.
Bigger than Ryan.
It's not about bigger.
I shouted. That was shouting.
So I'm happy to let Paul Ryan go.
Thank
too.
Paul
you.
But
Ryan's
I'm
got-
glad if even one person listens
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Go check out some. I'm gonna go check out some
He's
Paul
a
Ryan
young
art.
child
He's the better Paul
whose
Ryan.
parents allows them to listen to a podcast where they talk about penises
Yeah.
A few times.
a few times.
Many times. And won't be the
Goes
last.
out and discovers the art of Paul Ryan. It'll be fine.
I think the battle, and you can hear me because we have 6. The battle must be between Styles, and for me, it's Jack.
I know.
Yeah.
And if in that battle, it's definitely Styles for me.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, Styles dropping?
No, definitely Styles over Jack Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
The
me
number
too.
of eyeballs who have seen Jack Ryan is
It's
just
not about reach. It's the
infinitely
best Ryans.
The best Ryan as defined.
Jack Ryan kills people for a living.
But he's not an assassin, and that is an important
He's not an
distinction
assassin, I'll
to
give him that.
make.
Takes human life.
He's protecting human life.
Ryan Styles can be
Yeah, but
anything.
that's the worst thing about
He's an improviser.
That's the political problem you have with Jack Ryan, right? Is like he
Sure.
will kill people,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it's always a righteous kill. And
That's true.
it's
There's a
not-
microcosm, macrocosm
There's always
problem
that, and then when
But
you extrapolate that,
he's,
you get into the other Paul Ryan.
Des, what is your problem with Ryan Styles? Because it seems like he's a
I don't
funny
have
guy.
a problem with Ryan Styles. When I was making my own list, you make the lists, and then you've got like bullet points for people
Sure,
because you're
sure,
going to
sure.
talk about them. And Ryan Styles was like deep. He had about 3 bullet
He had
points
3
with him
bullet
because
points.
I couldn't imagine a world in which Ryan Styles was someone that would make it into the top 5. And
Rank
it's
does
not
that to
because,
you.
and it's not because I don't think what he does is bad. He's not a villain. He's not a fucking douchebag Ryan Lochte, who I'll come back to in honorable mentions.
Oh,
yeah.
I have a whole paragraph on him. It's just that there are.
I just love that beep. That was a
Traffic beep.
perfect
Yeah.
beep.
I wasn't
Hopefully the
bleeped.
mics caught it.
Oh, I'll fucking go off on Ryan Lochte. Beep. This is good. That was good.
Diane Gladstone is like, yes.
And while we're at it,
He's just I just feel as though Ryan Johnson, who is launching an entire Star Wars trilogy, isn't going to make it on this list, but Ryan Styles is.
He's so great.
Ryan Styles is like the 3rd name listed on Whose Line Is It
we
Anyway?
want variety though. If we want
Is that
a
it?
Director.
Then let's put Ryan's Fancy on this list, motherfucker. If you want variety,
Ooh, man, that's a oh shit.
That'd be
Wow.
right?
Yes,
If we are going to make a true list of the best Ryans,
Styles.
is Ryan fuck.
no.
If you refuse to be reasoned with, I'm not going to
No,
play
no.
this game anymore.
You're right. Ryan's Fancy. That's an interesting.
Right?
Interesting. It's interesting.
Or Paul Ryan.
Don't-
Paul Ryan.
Don't even play this game that
Paul
Ryan's
Ryan.
fancy.
Okay.
So best.
Let's talk about some.
What does best mean?
We're not defining best on episode. I don't even know 40 something. I gave blood today.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Don't make me think.
Yeah, blood is coming out of Jeff's ears right now. He's just
Because Ryan Styles is good, but is he
You know what it is?
best?
Ryan Styles, to me, anyways.
He's the best at what he does.
I guess
Is he?
I guess we have to, but we just have to decide among the 4 of us,
Right, because to me,
And I'm outnumbered, and if you think I'm backing
no,
down,
but okay.
your point-
If you had to spend the rest of your life with 5 Ryans,
oh, good.
man.
Nice.
you know, and that was a point in my list.
would
was,
you
would you go
prefer
camping?
Ryan Seacrest or Ryan Styles?
Oh, that's not fair because I don't like Ryan Seacrest, and I've disregarded him early in the game. But I can
that's-
still
but
speak
that's
to
what
his
the
cultural
plane.
weight. I would rather
Do we
see
need
Paul
to-
Ryan.
Ryan
Jeff.
Mind.
Jeff, make eye contact. Make eye contact with me. Come to the dark side. Paul Ryan is better than Ryan Styles on this list. He's an illustrator who has created iconic memories that we all have. That is better than Ryan Stiles.
But we
who can
didn't even
put on
know
a
who that
stupid hat
was
and do a stupid
beforehand.
voice.
Some iconic memories that you would have to search through bins and bins and bins of comic books to. It's not like every comic book was illustrated, but
I was gonna say Ryan Stiles to me was like an idol. You know, I looked forward to seeing him every night on TV with the rest of the cast. But he was like one of the big ones for me. Like,
and when a Ryan and Colin scene, you got excited. Like when
Ryan
that
and
came
Colin
up,
got him up, boom,
boom.
done.
Yeah, which
It's
is
amazing.
half Colin, but it was also half Ryan, and that's what we're ranking here.
Or Ryan and Drew, great combo.
But if
Ryan
Whose
Drew,
Line
great
Is It
combo.
Anyway didn't exist,
But it did.
this guy is just one person from the Drew Carey Show, and then nothing ever
I'm
happened.
The fact is, it does exist.
Sorry, if the CIA never existed, would we vote for Jack Ryan?
I would actually
Sure.
say because we have we have a great list of actual real Ryans
Oh,
No.
that I would say
get me on a technicality.
that we would like if we're gonna fight over real
I know,
Ryans,
and I brought
let's
that point
lose
up
the
too.
fictional.
All right, you know what, Jeff? I respect your opinion, and I will accept that.
All
In which
right.
case,
Yes.
I would like to nominate any other Ryan who is real. Ryan Johnson.
Cutthroat.
Ryan Johnson. What's so
Okay,
bad about?
let's-
What's
let's-
the-
No, I
Who's
was
making the
scared.
list?
All right, Ryan
Who is-
Reynolds is number one.
Okay,
I'm
here.
gonna make
Whoa,
a
whoa,
bold
whoa, whoa.
statement.
Wait.
Here.
Des.
Here. I'll
We
tell you
gotta
who's-
start with the bottom and build up.
Here,
to
I'll tell you.
number
Who we have, and not set in stone, but we have Gosling, Stiles, Reynolds, Coogler, and Meg Ryan. So that's 5. If we're cool with it, we can start ranking our list.
one. Meg Ryan is on the list.
She is.
Yes.
Meg
Meg Ryan is on the list?
Well, if we only have 5, they're all on the list.
Yeah, that's it. If we stop
Because
there,
we cut Jack Ryan because he ain't real.
Yeah.
if we cut Jack Ryan, then we have made the 5 list, and we just have to rank them. But
All right.
if Des wants to fight, then she can fight. I just don't know
Do
where
you,
we.
do you think I haven't been fighting after this?
This is the only. You're right. The only one that I could possibly go for is Ryan Johnson.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay. All right. So Ryan Gosling's on the list.
Ryan Gosling's on the
Coogler
list.
is on the list.
yes,
Coogler's on the list. Reynolds is on the list.
Reynolds is on the list
Meg Ryan's on the list.
and Stiles is on the list
for now.
for now.
For now.
There,
And
in
for me-
every other possible way you can quantify best, Ryan Johnson is better than Ryan Stiles.
Why? Explain to me why. Walk me through it.
People affected emotionally, success commercially, success
I'm affected
artistically,
emotionally.
eyeballs reached globally, the recognition of what he has made. Amounts of things he has made.
Des, you're forgetting like syndication of Whose Line Is It Anyway and YouTube,
Okay,
which is
that's all North America.
Big dick.
YouTube is worldwide.
I don't feel like people in Korea are watching Whose Line Is It Anyway, but they're watching The Last Jedi.
Expats are.
Oh, jeez.
They're like, oh,
know what I like
would
about Stiles?
surely
He's also-
like to watch some Whose Line from
your-
Korea.
You know what? Stiles is great because it's a hum.
the hell was that? It was my Australian.
Our people are offended
Oh.
again.
Ranked Nation in Australia for real doesn't give a fuck about Ryan Stiles.
I don't know.
they might.
They might.
Write in, please. Write in.
Because Ryan Stiles was doing Whose Line in like not just in America, but he did it at a bunch of different places before.
I think we are wildly overestimating the interest the world has in improv.
But this table loves it.
I know.
I don't. I
You're
think I'm being
probably
swayed
right on
here.
that.
I have
Yes,
been at
I'm
I've
being
improvised for
swayed.
20 years.
This is coming from an improviser,
I won an
Tess
award
Connors,
to do
professional
it.
Des-
That's
improviser.
the one that did it
Put
for
your
me.
award away.
Yeah.
Put your award away. We get it.
No,
I haven't even
I will
seen the
now.
award.
I will now support the Ryan Johnson.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it's also
I- and I
my only
like-
name on the list.
I like Ryan Johnson.
I like Ryan Johnson too. You know what? Okay, you know what I like about.
I will.
Are you conceding?
Ryan
Don't
Stiles
do-
is a strong. Des,
Don't. No, Les, do not do it yet. Do not do it yet. Give me a second.
I'm not wrong.
Can I just make a point of Ryan Stiles is the only kind of like left fielder nomination that we have here, the one that's like came from like it's a humble nomination. You wouldn't expect it, but here it is on the list. It's high on the list.
So is Paul Ryan and Ryan's Fancy. Where
No,
have you
those are on the
been?
list.
Oh, on the top
On
5
the top
list.
5 list here. Yeah, like we have like all these big name Ryans, and I think we're overestimating how much we want popular Ryans on this list. And then now we're like kind of just stomping on the little guy who's just a kind
Little Ryans are great
fun
Ryans, too.
Ryan.
Little Ryans are great Ryans too. This is the best Ryans. These
Yeah.
are Ryans that will endure for
I like
decades and decades.
Top 5 Ryans.
I like this little Ryan.
Top 5 Ryans. And you don't have to stop liking him. He's just not top 5.
Has there ever been a ranked nation like a tie for 5?
No. And there
and
won't
there
be.
won't be. Nice, Jeff.
There will never be.
Well, there go my mediation skills.
Oh, you're sweet. There's no fucking way.
No, I just.
Hear me out, Private Ryan.
I just love, you know what I'm thinking? All the people who tune into this are like, oh, they're going to talk about how handsome and talented the Ryan. We're having existential debates about the existence of
This
Ryan.
episode was supposed to be quick.
I know.
It always ends up like this.
I'm not sorry.
That is a great. It is a great point. But if you open it up to that, then you open it up to Ryan's fancy, and you open it up to the other.
I agree,
Ryans.
but then it goes
And
back
in
to
that-
like like for me at this table, all these Ryans, like what resonates with me is Styles.
I feel like that's
And I don't
because
care
you've
about the
seen
rest
Me
of the
too,
world.
but also I resonate with Ryan Johnson's work.
Me too.
And Ryan Stiles, I'm locking eyes with Des,
Oh no, you're gonna say it.
is a strong 6.
He is a strong 6.
A strong
Sure.
6. Above any other 6. Potential 6
I
that
will
we've
give
ever
you that.
had?
I will give you that.
that we have ever had.
He's a good man, but I'm going to go so far as to say he's a good man who's gotten lucky.
And I love you, Ryan.
Whereas all the other 5 Ryans are hard-working hustlers who made it
Oh
happen.
no, I think that's unfair.
No,
Des. Oh,
Des,
hot
I
take.
cannot wait when you're on stage with Ryan Styles.
Yeah.
When you make it on stage.
Probably not going to happen.
Hey, you're a comedy award winner.
Hey,
Yeah.
Colin
Colin
Mockery,
Mockery will
though.
happen first.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was in a Halifax casino with him one time. He gave me a high five.
Dude,
Hey,
that's the coolest thing I've ever
you know
heard.
who else? And Colin
time I
Mockery gave Ryan Styles a high five, so
So
you just
nice.
gave him one too. So.
And this makes me sound as though I am like just the biggest Ryan Styles hater, and I'm not. I will recognize that he does good work, but not best.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Tug just basically used the argument of like, I kissed her, so you kissed me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I kissed her too, so you technically kissed me. Bah.
I will
Yeah,
high
so
five.
if I-
I'm not like averse to high fiving Ryan Styles. I just feel like what
If
Ryan
I had
Johnson
sex with
is,
someone and you had sex with someone, then we had sex together is what I'm saying.
if what Ryan Johnson has done is so impactful that there's a controversy surrounding it, and you've mentioned on more than one occasion, there's a bunch of Twitter bros who are making a second movie because they were like, that speaks to his importance culturally. Nobody's like, I'm re-editing whose line is it anyway,
Yeah.
so that Ryan Styles gets all the punchlines.
Right.
I understand. You know what? I get it. We'll have Ryan Johnson. I want Jeff to have a pick on the list anyways. I'm doing this for Jeff, not for Des. 'cause
Ryan Johnson is a great pick.
Ryan Johnson is a great pick.
pick.
I was going to nominate him too. But Styles.
Don't steal Jeff's thunder.
No, I'm stealing Jeff's thunder.
I thought of him first, but he's good anyway.
I'm stealing Jeff's notes. Okay, so we have
the sails the boat.
Jeff's drunk. We gotta end this.
Oh, no.
Ryan Gosling, Ryan
He's on
Reynolds,
squid jigging.
Ryan Coogler, Ryan Johnson, and Meg Ryan. Let's
Yeah.
fucking rank these.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
it.
so we start at the bottom before I get yelled at again.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Ryan Johnson coming in 5th because that was I had to fight to get him on the list at all. And I feel as though we've got a bunch of trailblazing. I'm embarrassed at how many times I've used the word hustle.
Okay.
But I admire that in an artist, someone who makes things happen for themselves and who stays at it and plugs away. Ryan Johnson is sort of new to the game. He's been a name for maybe the past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, he's
proven
fine.
himself from pretty much day one from what I know of his filmography and his career.
He's a good guy.
But he hasn't been around for as long, and he hasn't overcome as much.
I love him. I just miss Styles a lot.
That's
He's dead to
fine.
me.
When you fall asleep tonight, you can watch all the YouTube clips you want.
I
right?
will, and I'm gonna send them to you, and I'll be like, look how funny this fucking is.
Flood my feeds with Ryan Styles.
Des, you want a wet butt tonight? Watch
I
this
know what's the
YouTube.
worst part.
Hey, if you disagree with Des, post a Ryan Styles video on her Facebook. If you are
Oh,
a Facebook
please,
user.
that'd be good. That'd be good.
And
the worst part is of all these people, the most likely person to listen to this or for this to get to is Ryan Styles.
Oh, he's gonna post all of it.
yeah.
I love you. You're handsome. I
But
just don't
Ryan
think
Styles
you
will
should be
post
on the
Last Jedi clips to you.
Good movie.
Okay, so Johnson number 5. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm going. I was gonna say Meg Ryan 4.
I feel like in 2018, Meg Ryan is 4. If this was 10 years
I
ago,
want her to
15
become.
years ago.
I wish the best. I want her to just
Yeah.
soar in the next couple years. I really, really want this. But right now,
Yes.
what she hasn't done much. Well, she's doing a lot behind the scenes. She's directing.
Not even
right?
a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, so she's kind of out of it, right?
Yeah.
So I would
But
say
due for that comeback.
Yes.
I think that's
and if
that's a
she's-
good call.
If she's interested in coming back, I feel like there's definitely room for her to reestablish herself.
All
And
right.
she's like rom-com royalty, which to women
Yeah.
has weight for sure.
Meg Ryan 4. All right. We have 3 pretty top dogs here.
I'm gonna say this might be a controversial
Do it, Jeff.
opinion. I'm gonna say Gosling is a solid number 3.
I
agree.
I agree.
I agree.
Oh, whoa! I
and
thought I got
that
some
is
more
coming
fight
from
back.
someone who straight up, if fan fiction was a bigger thing like 20 years ago, would have straight up written a whole shit ton of Ryan Gosling fan fiction.
Yeah.
I had entire episodes of Young Hercules designed in my own mind, but I will still say that though his work is consistent and good, and
Yes.
he's not as dynamic as Ryan Reynolds is without a camera in front of him, and he's not changing anybody's minds the way Ryan Coogler is.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think like Ryan Gosling is like maybe the best actor we have here. Like
Yeah.
he's better
I
than
would
Reynolds.
agree with that.
100%.
And he's been
But you're right.
nominated for 2
His
Oscars.
personality off screen is not. I don't even know who he is off screen. I have no idea.
No.
So
And power to him, I'm sure that's by design, and I'm sure he's not crying over the fact that we think
Yeah.
he could be a little more like charming.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's in there to do the work. He's like a journeyman actor.
Yeah.
But yeah. he's
so
just number
fight
3.
is Coogler and Reynolds.
As much as we delayed saying his name, I think that speaks to what an alley-oop, like what a slam
It's
dunk
true.
it was
It
for
really
Ryan
is.
Reynolds
Yeah.
to make it on the list.
Yeah.
He's kind of the whole package, right? Funny, handsome,
Relatable in a way that's insane.
Super
good
lit-
actor,
Yeah.
Canadian, which
Yeah.
helps.
Very
Well,
magnetic
and
to watch on
I think
screen.
he understands the way that he has approached it feels like he's had a hand in how Deadpool got marketed. Right?
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
And
he
he's-
wished that into existence.
He did, yeah, and that he keeps driving it forward, and that he changed it. You know,
Yeah.
like again,
It's
when you're looking
inspiring.
at Coogler too, the two of them, and both saying, well, there's this whole superhero franchise. What if the guy
Yeah.
was a jerk?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, like and,
Let's tell the stories that have been in the margin. Yeah.
Let's give them some sexuality, or
Yeah.
let's give them some. And that's really cool
His
when people
vision,
start taking that.
I believe it might have changed since then, but I believe Deadpool still holds the record for highest rated
It might.
yeah.
R-rated opening
Yeah.
ever.
I'm gonna have to
For the
double-check.
first
And
one,
when you hear
Yeah,
of
for the
the,
first
like,
one. Yeah,
the
the first one,
hurdles he overcame to do that, and
Yeah.
I know there's a team behind him as well, but from everything you hear, like
The guy
this
worked
was
hard.
it for him, and there was a lot riding on the success of Deadpool for his career and his
Yeah.
choices. He had
Absolutely.
some unsuccessful
The
films,
gamble.
and it took off, and he's grateful, and he's staying true to who he is. Like Deadpool 2 is just as diggy and shitty, and not shitty, but like
Yeah.
he's snarky. He's biting the hand that feeds, and
Yeah.
it's consistent to who he is. And again, his Twitter presence, his presence in award shows and all of that, like he just strikes me as a genuine dude who is happy but works hard. Like it's all very
I like him
likable.
a lot.
Yeah.
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 So
and not to take away from
not to
Ryan
take-
Coogler.
Oh yeah.
No,
No.
Ryan
No.
Coogler is the next generation of
Yep.
amazing. Like I hate the pretentious word auteurs.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what he does next. Honestly,
No, it's gonna be it's not a matter of when, if, but when.
It's when.
So we have number 5, Ryan Johnson. Number 4, Meg Ryan. Number 3, Ryan Gosling. Number 2, Ryan Coogler. And number 1, we have Ryan Stiles.
How many of these gin smashes have I had?
Ryan Reynolds. Awesome. The Deadpool himself. We made it, guys. This, I can't believe what we did today.
Is that more
I
passionate
honest-
than you're used to?
No. This is, I always find like the most mundane topics
Ones they
are the
get-
ones that we just bite at.
We'll
forever.
go deep.
We'll go deep.
If you allow us, we'll go deep.
Hey,
And you allow us. And thank you, Tongue.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Guys,
This has been so much fun for me.
can we do honorable mentions? Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Since I don't have many honorable mentions.
I don't either. I don't think any of us
so
have many.
let's just
I
go.
do.
You do? Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, we'll just list off the names. You can say a little thing about them. Don't need to go into too much detail, but we'll go around the circle. How about that? So we don't run out of Ryans when we go through.
Sure.
I have Ryan Higa from YouTube. Niga Higa. He was the first YouTuber to make 1 million subscribers.
Oh,
wow.
He does a lot of sketch,
Congratulations.
and he's a really funny guy.
Great. Cool.
okay, cool, great.
Nice. Me?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with an MMA fighter, Ryan Bader. Ryan Darth Bader. Used to be in the UFC, is now in Bellator. I'm a big MMA fan. I believe he is in the Bellator heavyweight tournament, and everyone is now asleep who is listening to this. So thank you.
I was totally drifting off.
Jeff.
This will wake him up. Cornelius Ryan.
Oh shit!
I don't even know who that is. Who's that?
He's a popular historian. He wrote.
Oxymoron, popular historian.
He was a journalist in the Second World War, and then he went on to write books about the Second World War, including The Longest Day, which was made into a film.
Probably
The
legit
Last
the best
Battle,
person on this
and
list.
A Bridge Too Far. He wrote the first sort of popular histories about the Second World War.
Love it.
Nice.
Des.
So I'm going to subvert the best list and say the worst fucking Ryan is Ryan goddamn Lochte, who I have written down on this list as Ryan Lochte, comma, idiot. So he won a ton of awards. Like, he's a very fast swimmer. He's under the shadow of Michael Phelps. That's nobody's fault. But he's the biggest fucking dumbass, and he blows every possible opportunity, and so many opportunities have been provided to him. He was embroiled in the whole Rio kerfuffle where he claimed that there had been like a crime committed against him, but it turned out he just destroyed a washroom, and then people he was lying to interviewers, and the whole thing turned into a big deal. And then most recently, he posted on Instagram a photo of him receiving a transfusion within a window of time where any such medical treatment is illegal for competition. So he got himself banned from competition for like a year or something crazy just because he's so fucking dumb.
Is he banned from the next Olympics?
Not the next Olympics. It's like a year as of 2 months ago or whatever it happened.
Wow.
So like the Pan Am game, like all these other games.
Dumbass.
Yeah, he's so dumb.
Yeah.
And he was cast on 30 Rock rightfully as a sex idiot. I don't know if anybody saw this episode. Where he's Jenna Maroney's this is my sex idiot. Like he's just this dumb handsome guy. He is the dumbest. He is the worst of competitive sport. He's just bro culture condensed into like a hard nugget. I think he's the worst, and I love the Olympics. So fuck you, Ryan Lochte.
I'll vote for
Ryan.
him in 2020.
I have Amy Ryan.
Yes.
From
She's beautiful.
I was going to nominate her. Popular from Broadway.
So good.
She's been on Birdman, The Office, The Wire. She's great.
Have you seen Gone Baby Gone?
I have. Yes,
Okay.
she's on it.
Oh.
She's
And,
amazing. She was
she
nominated
won
for an Oscar for that.
A
She was
nominated for an
nominated.
Oscar, and she won an award for Critics'
Yeah, a
Choice
lot of
Awards.
indies,
lots
like a lot of indie awards
Do I
came back.
know Amy Ryan? I'm going to look up a picture of
So
Amy
she was
Ryan.
Holly on The Office, the one who
Yes.
Michael married.
I know
But
exactly
if you
who
see
you mean.
her in Gone Baby Gone, it's like a physical transformation. You wouldn't even recognize her. She plays the drugged out mom who
Right.
the baby is absent. I don't want to spoil it, but then she plays this sort of sketched out Jersey mom.
Yeah.
And then you see her in The Office, and she's just this sweet, open-hearted goofball. Like she is a
Yes.
full chameleon.
Yeah. This is exactly who I thought it was. I
Leslie.
believe she was in Win-Win too, which
Yeah, she
that's
was.
a
Yeah, so she's
beautiful
like
movie.
an indie darling.
Yeah.
Very good nom.
Okay, I'm gonna say Ryan Dunn from Jackass. I think, honestly, I think anyone who puts their body on the line like that to make people laugh that's a very admirable thing to do. And unfortunately, he lost his life, and he provided a lot of joy to a lot of people. Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn. Jeff.
Ryan O'Neal. American actor
okay.
from the 60s and 70s who was who was actually in the film adaptation of A Bridge Too Far, but also was in Love Story, which was a pretty big film at its time.
Yeah.
Paper Moon, Barry Lyndon, which was a Kubrick film, and What's Up Doc with Barbra Streisand. He was also appeared
Didn't
on.
he? I don't want to say went crazy, but didn't something
he
happen?
had an episode, but
Okay.
he was also on Desperate Housewives, 90210, and Bones.
Oh man,
And was
he was Bones' dad.
yeah.
Oh my God, I just put that together.
Yeah, and hung out with Farrah Fawcett for
Nice.
Okay.
Des.
I have so many Ryans. You know what? Shout out to Jerry Ryan, 7 of 9 from Star Trek
Yeah.
Voyager. She played a Lady Borg who was then sort of repurposed as just a super helpful Voyager Starship member. She was hot as fire. She was like super head to toe lycra spandex, just like a tiny piece of hardware near her cheekbone to denote the fact that she was at one point a Borg.
Right.
I am Voyager Ride or Die. She was a great character. What's up? 7 of 9.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
I don't have many left over here. I'm kind of reaching here. I'm gonna go with Andrew Ryan from BioShock. It's a video game. Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
A great LA comedian on one of my favorite, who frequently guests on one of my favorite podcasts, Comedy Bang Bang, Ryan Gall, who recently played a character called Bisbee St. Hancock.
I listened to this
who
episode
is
recently.
a horse fighter promoter who he fights horses, and he is a rival against two of the most famous horse fighters. And this is just a little tidbit from the Wikipedia. Bisbee St. Hancock is 7 feet and 9 inches in cardboard flats. So that's it. Ryan Gall.
Love it.
I love it.
Okay.
Jeff.
And that's it for me.
Oh, that's it for you, Jeff. Say the rest of yours.
Dr. Ryan Stone from Gravity. Woo!
Oh, shit.
Yes. Ryan from The Office. And I remember this film. I love this film. Up in the Air with George Clooney.
Oh, man.
His character was Ryan Bingham.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are good ones. Damn.
George
And
Clooney's
so
character?
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Ryan Stone is Sandra Bullock's character, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. That's great. Those
Yeah.
are good. Damn,
Nice.
internet.
Up in
you let
the
me
Air
know.
has the best teaser trailer ever made. I will share it with you if you want to see it. It's the best teaser trailer ever made.
Sure. Just tack it on to those Ryan Stiles videos.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do.
I've been meaning to shut down my social media anyway. I've got a few more. Ryan Hansen. I'm going to call him a character actor, although he always plays the same character in every movie he's been. He plays blonde and dumb. He's been in Veronica Mars as Dick, who is the best friend to Logan, if you understand what I'm saying. He's been in Party Down. He was on Chips. He's been in a million sitcoms as blonde, dumb guy. He's handsome. I like him.
Nice.
Whatever.
I'm sensing a theme.
Des.
Guy's named Ryan, handsome all the time.
List off the rest.
We've also got the Oceans movies, Oceans 11, 12, and 13. Rusty, who's Brad Pitt's character, his name is actually Ryan. Jake Ryan in 16 Candles. If you've seen 16 Candles, you've had one or another type of boner for Jake Ryan. He is the object of Molly Ringwald's lust in 16 Candles, and he's mentioned in other movies as like the prototype for the unrequited love subject.
Cool.
And then Ryan Phillippe, who was
yeah.
a guy who was in some stuff, and
Yeah.
like this was the one
Working actor.
walking out the door, and my husband's like, Ryan Phillippe, and I was like, oh yeah, that guy. So
Jot him down.
Cruel Intentions comes to mind. He's been in
Yeah.
other films. He's been in other shows. I don't even know.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions.
There you go.
Working actor. Gotta respect him.
Working
Yeah.
actor. And then there's a bunch of other Ryans that are from TV shows that are not really that important.
Not that important. Do you just want to just rifle them and just you don't
Sure,
have to talk
Ryan,
about? Go
Ryan
ahead.
Shea is another handsome dumb guy who was in a show called Suburbia, and I love that stupid show. And then also one of the two detectives on the television program Castle, who wasn't the lady. So it was Esposito and Ryan. That guy's name was Ryan.
Okay, so now we're in the reaching of the
I
Ryan.
liked him.
Oh my
You didn't
god.
say I couldn't reach.
No, hey, you can reach. Last ones I have is Ryan Hurst, Sons of Anarchy, and Ryan Davis. He was a video game journalist that passed away a couple years ago, but he's really great,
Oh.
really great guy.
Nice.
Now we're at the end of the show. Holy crap, we did it!
We did it.
Oh man,
It was a mountain, but we climbed it.
Yeah.
yeah,
did.
an unexpected mountain in this episode. But thanks for being on this episode, guys. Leslie Cserepy, you know him, you love him. What do you have to plug for the people?
OuttakeImprov.com. I'm gonna eat a Cheeto later.
Let's do it.
Outtake Improv and
Just to sign off.
get a good night's sleep, everyone. Get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Jeff, what do you got?
Nothing you're gonna see for a while, but things on the back burner.
Yeah, it's
Love
like
it.
for a couple months, kind
Anything
of
with
thing.
Geoff McBride, I'm
Because
excited.
this episode is not going to release until like a
Well,
little bit.
nothing I can mention. just
Okay,
yet. Okay.
fine, Jeff. Can the
Yeah.
people find you on the internet? Do you do anything fun?
I'm on the Twitters. I'm on the Instagrams.
yeah.
Like all the good old mans, I'm
Yeah.
there.
And
Yeah.
check out the Great Canadian Theatre Company.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
come by the
Do
box
it.
office
Yeah.
and
Please
see me
do
there.
it.
There's
anytime.
some
Such a
great
great
theater in
You
Ottawa.
know,
Yeah.
he's lovely.
Yeah.
Des,
Can I talk about things that happened in October?
Sure.
So Crush Improv was invited to a comedy festival in Iqaluit.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
if any of our people out there listening are in Iqaluit, sometime in October, it's the third weekend, I believe, Crush is going to do some workshops and some shows up there.
Everyone?
Awesome.
The whole gang?
I can't make some of us, most of
Some
us.
of us.
Yeah.
Great.
And also the last Sunday of every month, we are at Yuck Yucks on Elgin making people laugh because we won an award for doing that.
Oh, we
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
I love Crush
I'm
Improv.
also, you can find us on the internet, Facebook,
Hey.
and Instagram.
Crush Improv. Great group.
Crush Improv. Did I say that's what we were called? Crush Improv.
Great
I was
group.
like, we.
We.
I thought-
You said me a lot. You said me.
I'm not going to Iqaluit. I'm going to be at home being very lovely.
Cheetos
and-
cheer.
Oh, not yet. Jeff.
Aw.
Jeff. Oh, he
So
loves
close.
Cheetos. And for me,
We've all been holding Cheetos for what
yeah, my
seems like
hands are
forever.
very orange. For me, find the rest of the Pod Cavern shows. We have a lot of stuff going on. The Improv Punch Up, Leslie's part of it. Lots of fun stuff. We do Facebook Live videos, like Talking Tongue, a monthly show. Come check it out. Join us on Facebook. Pod Cavern Plays, a video game streaming thing. And the last thing I want to plug is my dog's butt. Because she had terrible digestion today. And I just want people to know, because I had to deal with that today.
That's what you're ending with? That's what you're ending
No, I'm gonna-
Leslie's like, sweet dreams, everyone. And then Jung's like, my dog has diarrhea.
I didn't say that. Anyways,
I don't want to do a Cheetos cheer now.
Cheetos cheer. Bye,
All right,
guys.
we're all Cheetos. And
Oh, yeah, that fifth bite.
oh,
It all turns.
Ryan Stiles for number one.
please.